What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled podcast, episode 75, basically special E3 episode edition, whatever you guys want to call it. Uh, but first, before we get into the E3 side of things, I want to change stuff up right now and ask what games have we been playing? I'll go first. And right now, I've been playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I got this game. No, I didn't get the game. I got it for a Christmas present on my PS4. Haven't opened it, and I was like looking through some of the games I haven't opened. So I was like, you know what? Let me pop this in. And I still, right now I don't like it, but I'm gonna chug through it. I'm at like the portion where I'm at the first hub world, I guess. So there's that, and I've been playing Metro Exodus because of Game Pass on PC, and I'm surprised it runs actually pretty well, to say the least, because I didn't think it would run well, but because of the Xbox beta app, it seems like it's chugging along fine, and I'm actually digging that a lot.
You spent $5 on that, right?
Yeah, $5. It's actually worth it. I feel actually worth it. But
Metro Exodus is really good.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, I'm actually surprised how much I actually really like that game so far. I do have the other ones, but I haven't actually played the other ones. I know some people would kill me for saying that, but it is what it is. I had the $5, and I also played Shenmue 1 because we're gonna get into this in a bit for Shenmue 3. But I played Shenmue 1 before the Square Enix press conference because just to see how bad it is, and I was like, it's pretty bad, but that's just me. But we'll go with Jigga. What are you playing right now, Jigga?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm playing anything right now, other than I go back to 2K or Division 2, something like that. But right now, I was thinking about trying to go through and stream Mafia 1, but other than that, yeah, I'm really not playing much.
I feel that.
I'm playing that though. Blessing facts.
That's true. Supposedly, what is it like? One of the 2K games on Switch is like some people are saying $1, $2 or $3.
No, it was 2K on Xbox, PS4, and Switch was like $2.99.
Yeah. So check that out if you guys haven't already.
I wouldn't check that out because they probably finna come out with the new one.
That's true.
But I mean, I don't know. You can hold you over until the end. But yeah.
You. And what about you, Blessed Red?
Let's see. I've been playing a bunch of different games. Been playing Borderlands 2 with Meds, the homie. I've been trying to get to play Fallout New Vegas. I'm trying to play that game before I get into Outer World, but I can't. I don't know. Between the performance of that game on PC and it looks so dated, it's hard for me to really get into it. I don't know. What else? I started Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. That game is fun.
Yeah, if you like that high octane action, but like, I guess bring down your expectation for story. But yeah, overall, it's pretty good. Like, the action is pretty fire, I'd say.
Low key, it's probably better than Bayonetta 2. I did not like Bayonetta 2.
Oh snap!
Probably better.
The fanboys and fangirls would kill you for saying something like that.
Hey, Bayonetta 1 was like a 9 out of 10. Bayonetta 2 was like a 7 or 6.
I don't think any of the Bayonetta games are better than DMC5, but that's just me.
I can see that.
And Switch fans didn't support Bayonetta 1 and 2 on Switch. Didn't sell well.
Facts.
It's going to be pretty bad for Bayonetta 3.
That's probably why they haven't showed much of it. Shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also been playing Splitgate. The game is fun as fuck. Got more content coming on my channel. Playing Siege, new update. It's fucking amazing. I love it. And I tried out the Roller Champions, the thing that was announced at E3 for Ubisoft. They're like,
yeah,
they're trying to be like their Rocket League. I tried that out. That's kind of fun. It's buggy as hell though in pre-alpha.
Yeah.
That's it for me though.
All right. What about you, Talati?
Well, your boy's been playing multiple different games. Been back on Xenoverse 2 on that grind. I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege with a couple of the 2-bit community guys. What else have I been playing? Uno. I did that yesterday.
Ooh.
And what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, and I played Injustice as well. Injustice 2. That's what I've been doing.
Okay. All right. I guess we can do. So, how we're going to break up this episode? We're going to talk about this special announcement from Konami, and then start from like the first presentation, quote unquote, for EA, and then go to the last, which is Nintendo. But first, Konami made a special announcement. They're basically doing a mini console for, I guess, some of their games, and I could care less. I didn't really have any expectations. I thought they might have done something like a remake of one of the older Metal Gear games, such as Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid 3. I was hoping for that, with them either making the gameplay like Metal Gear Solid 5 or just keeping it the same. But overall, could care less, and Konami sucks. But that's just me. What about you, Jigga? Did you know about this, or are you surprised that they're doing their own mini console?
Don't care. I mean, I already got enough as it is, bro. Unless they come out with some heat, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
What if they put all of the Metal Gears on it? Be like,
It's not. It's confirmed. Their mini console actually doesn't have any Metal Gear games. Let me look it up right now. What the games that they have are. They're mostly like the. It's called Turbo Graphics 16 Mini.
That sounds so fucking horrible.
And it's going to have R-Type, New Adventure Island, Ninja Spirit, Wise Book 1 and 2, Dungeon Explorer, and Alien Crush. Yeah.
That sounds like
And
the Japanese version is going to have different games, like PS1 did.
The thing about it is, I don't play old games because the graphics. So it's like,
yeah. Unless
it was something like really heat, like I can't even think of something that good that make me want to go back. What was the old game on the PS1? It was like a samurai game. I can't think of it.
Oh shit!
But even then, I probably would go back like, oh my god, this game was like trash and never play it again.
Didn't you?
I don't think that was it, but I can't remember the name of it, so I can't really help you.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Other than that, it's like I don't really like going back and playing old games because the graphics is like nostalgia doesn't hit me like it hit other people. Like I will go back and like, wow, you know what? It was good at the time, but now it sucks.
Yeah, facts.
Mm-hmm. I feel it. What about you, Talati? What do you think about this mini console that Konami announced?
Not interested whatsoever.
I feel it. It kind of also reaffirms that I remember the not press release, but their I guess announcement to people after the whole Metal Gear Solid 5 fiasco with Kojima, and how people were saying, or there were reports saying that Konami was not going to focus on console development games and focus on the mobile market along with the pachinko machines. And they were like, no, we're going to make, little Castlevanias and Metal Gear games along with, Pez and Silent Hill. And right now, it's looking like it's true. Konami is really gone in terms of, the gaming side of things, besides this new retro thing and the Contra remastered. So, overall.
Well, they want you to do the real type of game, and it's called playing pachinko. That's the only game you need to do.
Play the Metal Gear pachinko machine, bro.
Dude, those graphics, not gonna lie, they were pretty nice for the pachinko. Makes me sad. Because they can't do that with the actual Metal Gear Solid 3 game.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm saying they could make so much money if they were just to remake the graphics.
But they're brain dead, so they don't care, bro. What do you want from them?
Because I ain't going to Japan and playing that damn pachinko machine.
I definitely just don't.
Now, if you give me that Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, though, now we're talking. But if you make a legit Metal Gear Solid game, then I'm out. Big yikes for me. But I guess now we could talk about the whole EA, which is just one game to talk about. Because it wasn't really a press conference. They said it's a press conference, not a press conference. I don't know why people were assuming that it is a press conference. Is a state of play. Not state of play. Gosh dang, EA Play. That's what it's called. And they just show off their games and talk about their games. It's not a press conference like they normally do. And they showed off like Sims 4, Apex Legends, and they talked about Anthem, which. That was pretty sad. And Star Wars: The Jedi Fallen Order, and they showed about 15 minutes of gameplay. And of course, Respawn making it, I was hyped from the get-go. I had no qualms about them making this game. I had no fear about them on this type of game, right? And they showed it to us, and I came out watching it very happy. Because the gameplay just seemed very fun. Now, it's also going to be like Metroidvania styled game, which would mean like it would do some backtrack and stuff like that to like, I don't know, upgrades and all that. And they did say you have a skill tree, and Kashyyyk is one of the planets you'll be able to, explore. It's not going to be an open world game, and there will be other planets along with new planets and familiar planets. So I'm happy about that. We saw Saw Gerrera. It was confirmed that Forrest Whitaker is reprising his role. I'm not surprised. I mean, I was surprised, but then when I thought about it, Forrest Whitaker was also, doing his role in Star Wars Rebels. So, I mean, he was first introduced in Rogue One, but then he went over into Rebels to play his character, and now in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So, I wasn't surprised. I was actually happy about that. And overall, I really enjoyed the gameplay. It's like a mixture of like Force Unleashed mixed with Uncharted with like Jedi Academy. And overall, super excited. And yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on the game. It comes out November 15th, the same day as Pokemon. So yeah, what about you, Blessed Red? What you think about EA Play or really what we're actually talking about, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
It looks good. I'm gonna probably get it on what, EA Access.
Yeah, you get it a week early, I believe.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Play that bitch for $5. The only reason I was skeptical about the game is because I don't care for Star Wars. I just care about the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So, the gameplay looks good. I fucks with that. Yeah, it definitely looks like Force Unleashed plus Uncharted. And it felt like definitely both of those combined. That shit was Force Unleashed was fun as fuck back in the day. So.
And do want to also mention Chris Avalon, writer of KOTOR 2, and the other guy, sorry that I don't remember his name. He's he wrote Mafia 3, he's the lead writer of this game. So in terms of story, both those guys writing, I have no worries about the story at all. I think the story will be good. But what about you, Jigga? What you think about Jedi Fallen Order?
Like I was in the Discord with people talking, and a lot of people were having a lot of negative things to say about the game. But I didn't see it. Like I was all in once they showed that gameplay. Like I agree, it looks like the Force Unleashed, but like I agree, like Uncharted and other things added in. Kind of like I hate that. Like, nah, I ain't gonna say that out there, but yeah, it really looks fun. Really looks good. I hate that when they showed the character, I'm pretty sure he had more skills than we're going to be with at that point. So It's like he was doing a lot of moves we're not going to be able to do at that point. and I hate that. But at the same time, I get they got to show you like what your character can do when you like max them out or upgrade them a lot. So yeah, but it looks fun.
Yeah.
I like the game.
Agreed. What about you, Taladia? Because you're saving up for the game. What do you think about the gameplay that was shown?
Well, EA as a whole, strong start. Firstly, with Star Wars, which I thought the gameplay looked amazing. Like it was just like Force Unleashed and Unleashed 2. I like the fact that it is still in canon with the Star Wars saga, the film space, and that this takes place in between, just before Rogue One and after Revenge of the Sith. So I'm excited to see where exactly the story, how direction the story will take place. The gameplay itself looks really cool. I'm feeling like a bit of Nathan Drake with a Star Killer vibe in between. I had that gut feeling about that game, about Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order. Fallen Order. But like the way I see it is just that this Star Wars game will probably beat Battlefront 2 by a mile.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a single player game with no microtransactions,
No
or
loot boxes, nothing. No,
so
nothing.
solely a single player game.
So it had me sold as soon as they said no microtransactions, no loot boxes. So, like I said though, guys, I mean, EA did start off strong with Star Wars, then it went a bit downhill with Battlefront, what's it called, Battlefield 5. Then when they introduced FIFA with this FIFA Volta thing, which obviously as a UK guy, I gotta say that's pretty impressive for EA to announce that and to say, okay, but we'll introduce FIFA Volta for you guys, aka FIFA Street. It's been about 15, 20 years since we last had the last FIFA Street game. So it's pretty nice that they showed a bit of stuff to do with that. And everything else was just shit. So that's what I'm gonna say. And I would give EA's press conference as an overhaul. I would probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Blessed Red. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I kind of agree. Well, Jedi. If it was for Jedi: The Fallen Order, it would be in the 0 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
say, like that's pretty high just for one game. That's pretty.
Look,
Well,
that game
two
is
games.
amazing to me, dog.
Well, it depends on if you like
Yeah.
Apex Legends. The Apex, gave a big, lengthy, update for their next season. So, I mean, it depends. Like for me,
Fair enough.
I mean, it's not even really a press conference, so I can't say that. I can't even judge it on that. It's like a treehouse essentially. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm saying like the criticism. It's like for people calling it a press conference. It's not a freaking press conference. It's not like Square Enix or Microsoft or Bethesda or
But here's the thing.
Ubisoft.
But here's the thing with EA Play. It was very early for you guys to see this stuff, right? For me, it was early for you guys to watch it.
Like 11 or 12 Eastern. I don't know. It wasn't that early.
But for some people, it was. But for me, it was fine. But it's like I said. I mean, if it wasn't for FIFA and Star Wars, I think the actual conference itself. Oh, and Greg Miller as well. Got to add that in there. The host himself actually did a pretty nifty job. So that's why I gave it a 6 out of 10. If it wasn't for Greg Miller, if it wasn't for FIFA, if it wasn't for Star Wars, I don't think there would be a thing. Oh, and I gotta add this in as well. Anthem also got roasted too.
Oh yeah, I mean Anthem. I don't even know why that segment was there. It was unnecessary, unneeded, and it was very awkward because it was like Greg kind of was like, yeah, you guys had like a bit of a rough patch right there, man. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, that sucks for the devs, and like, but people, even the crowd, were like bored and stuff. When
Yeah, you could tell, like the crowd might have been bored, but it was like for me, it was just like, okay, Greg is actually roasting these guys, and that was entertainment.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I don't know that whole thing was just unnecessary. Just like at the last EA press conference, they had the Respawn guy, announce the title of the game, which I was like, it wasn't needed. You could have done like a CGI trailer last year, but
I mean, this is EA. This is EA we're talking about.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they do this every time. So, regardless of what people think, I just think that EA at the moment, because they showed Star Wars first, they got off to a good start, and then they're ending it with with Sims wasn't really a good finisher. I mean, they could have shown something else realistically that would actually save face. I think maybe even Battlefront 2, because I know they're adding content to that. They could have shown that towards the end realistically, and he would have saved them. He would have saved a lot of people time to say, "Oh, well, if you guys want to finish this, we'll finish this off with this segment, which is Star Wars Battlefront 2 DLC," and that would have been it. It would have saved them a lot of hassle. Like, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, because they're adding content every time. Like they've stated that they are adding more content, so. So I mean, it would have saved in the conference from instead of it being a 6, it would have been a 7. So or an 8 at least. So, but yeah, let's move on to.
Wait, no, I got something to say.
Let's
I'm
go.
tired of people saying, "Oh, but it's not a conference," as an excuse for them showing like shit. Like, bro,
Okay, yeah.
if you
Oh, yeah.
if
I
you
know, I
don't have
agree with that.
anything to show, then just don't show up. Don't show nothing. I would rather you not show nothing. Pull a Sony than instead of like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you these scraps." Like, man, bro, just fall back for another year.
Okay, I can agree to that to an extent because, like, my whole thing is
Mhm.
I love roasting EA every single time when they mess up, right?
Mhm.
But they said it's not a press conference. That's how I felt. And like, if Nintendo didn't have a direct, but they had a treehouse, like I
That's a press
wouldn't,
conference.
I wouldn't
You could
like,
still, you could still rate the
like
direct.
I don't know. I just don't rate that type of stuff. If Nintendo has a treehouse with no direct, I'm not gonna really rate it. It's like they're just gonna give an extensive dive for their games
Yeah.
and talk about it.
All right.
But that's just me. But we'll start with the first
Microsoft.
press conference, which was Xbox. We could just talk about the big key highlights of it. The Outer Worlds. So we'll start off for the press conference. It is a multi-platform game, a game that has is under 2K's I forgot private division or something like that. That's what it's called for like the indie games. And they were under contract, so the contract wasn't bought out. They still had an obligation to put out the game on the other platforms that were promised. And overall, I liked the Outer Worlds, but I felt it was a misstep to have it opening the conference as a whole. Just very weird, very jarring. I would say another big key highlight would probably be the Cyberpunk 2077 CGI trailer with the big surprise of Keanu Reeves being in the game, which I'm like, that's crazy. I was a little disappointed though, thinking about it now, having Jackie, who is your partner in the game, like the CGI trailer shows him to die. So I'm disappointed that we saw that portion. Kind of wanted that story to be under wraps when regarding like a key character death. Like that to me is like a no. But seeing Keanu was great, and then hearing CD Projekt Red say he's going to be very integral to the game as well as the story, and so he's not just like a little cameo. He's going to be a big part of the story, and he's such a nice guy, like a really nice guy. And him, like laughing and saying like that person saying, you're breathtaking. He's like, you're breathtaking. And it's like, and that person that said you're breathtaking to Keanu Reeves is getting a free collector's edition of Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm just like, gosh dang, I wish I was in that crowd. I would definitely have said that shit. But what else happened that was key of note? Like there were indies that was interested in. 12 minutes looked very cool, kind of like doing the repeat and trying to break the cycle of restarting your day and like the death.
So you mean they copy ReZero? Facts.
Oh man, and then Deathloop copies it. Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, what else? I'm trying to think. There were a couple cool indies here and there. I don't know the names. There's one. I forgot the other one. Like I'm gonna have to look and see what the indies were. what other big AAA games were there to think about it that really stood out? It's kind of hard. Oh, Elden Ring, the From
Oh, the new
Software
From
game,
Software.
and George R. Miller. His game, like, it was cool. No release window or release date. Very disappointed in that. But overall, it looks very good, and it's supposed to be published by Bandai Namco. So From Software went back to them for publishing the game, and it's supposed to be the biggest budget game From Software has ever made, which is interesting. And we did hear some news regarding that game that George is basically working on the lore of the game, not the actual story, it seems like, from the tweet. So I don't know how people are going to feel about that. For me, I mean, writing seems like it'll be good, but we're going to have to wait and see on that.
It's gonna be just another meh story. It's all about that gameplay.
Yeah, but the gameplay will be great, I feel, and like this, like looks very interesting. And the character designs. Oh, then Tales of Arise. Oh my gosh, that game looked stunning to see.
And you played the other Tales game?
The funny thing, no, I haven't. That's the thing.
Wow.
Fuck out of here. I'm tired of these people.
What?
Oh, you see that game?
Yeah, it looks nice though. It makes
outta
me
here.
want to play the old games though.
Play the other games now.
I listen.
Do
I'm
it.
going to. Maybe I'll start with Tales of Arise just to get people angry.
Nah, you a bitch.
And then I'll say this: the graphics difference between Tales of Berseria and Tales of Arise is like very noticeable.
Well, yeah,
Like, shout out to Blessed Century in here. Oh man.
Oh man,
bruh. You better go and play those games, bruh.
dude,
Yeah,
I'm like,
shout out to Blessed Century.
no, actually, no. I played one of the Vita games. I think I forgot what it's called. It was a
Probably
port.
was a remake. Yeah, probably.
Tales of Heart. Is it Heart? No. Gosh dang. I'm gonna have to look at my Vita, turn it back on. I played a bit of it. I didn't finish it though.
This is one of the only situations where I actually played the series and other people didn't. Not many people played Tales.
Yeah.
I got.
But
put
it seems
on
like
to my
this
friends
might
of
be
it
the
for
entry
free.
where a lot of people will play it though. You know?
True.
And like, I'm not gonna lie.
They're stunned by graphics though. That's all.
Hey
Like-
man, the story's looking pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie from that trailer. You got sword pulling out of a person. Like that was pretty dope. And I was like, yo, that's from Game of Thrones. If the prophecy came true. Azor Ahai, man, pulling it out of his true love, the sword. But you know.
Yeah, that game is gonna definitely be fire. I'm definitely picking that shit on the PC though.
Yeah, same. What else happened that was of note? Big disappointment regarding two games. Gears 5. They showed a little, like, the trailer was awkward to me for Gears 5 with Kate. And the music was cringy for me. I don't care, like, if the messaging is just a bad song.
The meme about that shit was funny, where it was like somebody said, it's just showing like what's inside of a woman's mind.
Oh, man.
Just her going fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
That shit was funny.
That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. What else? Yeah, no gameplay. No gameplay regarding the campaign. Nothing in the conference. There was afterwards. IGN had a thing for it. Overall, like, very disappointing. Gears 5. Nothing for the campaign. They announced that they're not going to show anything off from the campaign until September, which is basically almost the release of the game.
Spooky.
Yes, and I said that's spooky. And people are like, no, you got to trust. They're trying to keep things under wrap. What do you mean?
That's ridiculous.
Gears 4 showed gameplay.
Yeah, like you don't have to. There has to be sections where there's no like story bit. Like, come on, that's bullshit. The game's 3 months out. They're not gonna show gameplay at E3. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and like they confirmed all this shit. Like that they're not gonna show the story until September, which I wouldn't be surprised until they say, "Oh well, we meant until you get your hands on the game."
Speaking of that, they talked about we have this awesome new, was that them? They was like, oh, we have this awesome new multiplayer mode.
Yeah,
and they don't even show it. You could have showed that.
Yeah, they showed it in the IGN thing. It was weird.
They showed that multiplayer mode.
Yeah, showed it in the IGN thing. It's weird.
But they couldn't show it on stage, even though
they couldn't show it on stage, dude. I don't know why. What else? Terminator's gonna be in it. My gosh, like
That was random.
it's getting ridiculous because Terminator's also gonna be in the Mortal Kombat. So it's like legit gonna be everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like in another multiplayer game because of the new movie. And everyone's gonna just want Terminator. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's gonna get overplayed out so damn much.
Facts.
Like I don't care. That movie looks trash. Like Dark Fate looks really, really bad. And then was there anything else? Like I'm trying to think. No, and then we had Halo Infinite, and it looks good, but the graphics don't look next gen to me.
What?
To me, I don't think the graphics
look good, but it was a cutscene. So I mean, that, and plus, it's probably running on a PC.
Yeah, it is running on a PC.
So
that was a rumor. Like for me, it's like, eh.
It looked good though.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I just don't think it's next gen. That's what I'm saying. And we just didn't see gameplay again.
Oh yeah.
And this is the second year Halo's been at E3, Halo Infinite. So they're gonna probably show gameplay at E3 at the next E3, which will be third.
That shit would be hella spooky.
Yep, probably will.
Are people gonna damage control then too? Like they showed the 3 E3s, no gameplay. That'll be fine.
Yep.
We'll
and Project Scarlet, which no one is really talking about, which I'm very surprised.
Because everyone already has it.
So supposedly Anaconda is not Project Scarlet's Anaconda, basically, or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. And Andrew Reiner works at Game Informer, had this rumor to say that PlayStation 5 will be actually more powerful than the next Xbox. And someone's like, you don't have sources, blah, blah, blah. And then there's like, where'd you hear this rumor from, devs? And I'm like, I don't know if that's really a rumor. Devs are telling you that you know, PlayStation 5 is more powerful, and it might be more powerful.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it because Xbox is coming out with multiple versions. I feel like
supposedly Project Scarlet is Anaconda, and Lockhart is kind of like thrown out. Supposedly, like this is it.
What? I saw the rumor.
Yeah, supposedly they threw that shit out.
Maybe they threw it out just for the E3 showing.
No, like in general, like they're not going to sell two models. It's just going to be this.
That's crazy because they wanted to stream one. They wanted a streaming box.
Yeah, I think they like threw that model out because they're gonna have xCloud. So like that's what I'm saying. This is Anaconda.
That's cap. But
because Project Scarlet was going to be under the umbrella. That was like what you were talking about. Project Scarlet was going to have Lockhart and Anaconda. They threw out Lockhart, so they're just calling this Scarlet.
I don't know what the fuck is going on,
but no, like it makes sense because they didn't say they were going to have the most powerful console. They said they're going to have the most powerful Xbox.
I feel like Xbox doesn't want to succeed power anymore. They have to have a reason of people coming to the Xbox at all. If you're still on the console market, you have to have a reason to go to.
But they tried power and it didn't work. The X didn't sell that well.
No, I don't think they care. I feel like they were humiliated at the beginning of the gen because of that. I don't think they're gonna succeed power anymore.
No. I think Xbox got the narrative where they think power was gonna help them win for some apparent reason, even though there was so many other factors why they got stopped this generation was because of the DRM. That was the biggest thing. But for some reason they focused on power. And because also PlayStation was $100 cheaper. And also because it was $100 cheaper and it was more powerful. That was the reason. That was like everything. Because they could play used games, $100 cheaper and more powerful than its competition. Like that was a done deal.
True.
And then they got exclusive games later on a PlayStation when they were like striding, and that just like furthered the gap. But
hopefully this game exclusivity shit dies. Limited time exclusive shit. I'm tired of that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna die.
What else? I'm trying to think.
We're gonna just go past that. Not gonna talk about the Xbox.
Wait, which one?
We're not gonna talk about the new Xbox.
I mean, that was it for the new Xbox. They just said the same specs as PlayStation. That was it.
Not gonna talk about 120 FPS on
Oh
console.
yeah, they said 120, 8K. Same
Yeah,
thing
you're
as
not gonna talk about
PlayStation's
8K.
thing. I don't think 120 FPS is possible. I've been always saying that. I don't think
No.
8K is possible. I think
No.
8K. I think 8K is possible with media, not playing games, meaning
No.
watching movies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, 120 FPS is definitely possible on the next gen consoles.
No, but they're going to focus on the textures and polygon count.
Yeah, they want to focus on the resolution, but I was gonna say,
resolution and polygon count.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you guys think they're gonna? You think there are gonna be any games actually like support that?
No, I think you're going to have your 60 FPS games, like racers and shooting and fighters. I don't see any game actually hitting 120 frames.
The reason why I disagree with the 120 FPS is because consoles are meant to be played on TVs, and it's like
they only have 60 hertz TV.
Yeah, TVs usually cap out at 60, so it's like, they're wasting a lot of money on that.
And not a lot of.
I mean, it's not even money spent.
Won't spend monitor. They won't get a monitor.
Actually,
it's not money spent. It's not money spent on achieving 120 FPS. It's a new console. Of course, it's going to be more powerful. So of course, it's going to be.
I was going to say, at the same time, HDR wasn't prevalent like that until Xbox started touting it in their console. Like, it was around, but like not in like TVs like that. Now it's like almost every TV has HDR and 4K, and that's because the console started pushing it like that. So maybe if they push 120 FPS, these TV makers are like increase the FPS on TVs and stuff.
4K 120 FPS TV, 120 hertz.
Look,
mad expensive. People just
it really would be.
People should just go to cheap monitors at that point. I don't know. I don't know like how many people play. I want to know like the percentage of people play on monitor versus TV on console. I think that would be interesting to know.
Yeah. But I think those were the big announcements. The console, which no one's talking about in general. Like no one is talking about Project Scarlet at all.
Here's my 2 cents on the Project Scarlet thing. They should have showed it this E3 regardless.
You can't show it's not even like done yet.
I mean, no. Here was the opportunity for them to say, okay, this is what the system will be, and here's the price.
No, they're not going to do price either.
Oh yeah, they don't want to talk price yet.
Yeah, because parts won't get cheaper until stuff like that.
Because I've seen stuff on Reseller and stuff like that on different stuff, and people were just saying, this was the time that Xbox could have really knocked it out the park, or Microsoft could have knocked it out the park. But they showed this, if you don't mind me doing my review on the conference, do you?
I mean, yeah, just go for it.
Right. So, honestly, with the whole Xbox conference itself, I didn't mind, they showed Star Wars. Again, I didn't mind that because that was really cool that they showed a little bit more information about the game. Project Z, now known as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it had an early 2020 release window, and it did show, obviously, when they showed at the Microsoft press conference, it was in Japanese, but later, I think it was later that day or something on the PlayStation YouTube page, it was in English. So there is an English dub to this game. So I was very excited for that.
Quick, I gotta say, early 2020 is a big yikes, I think, for it to release them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of early 2020 games coming out, like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Cyberpunk 2077.
They haven't picked a specific day. That's the thing.
I know, but early 2020 is usually spring, and spring/winter for January, and that is already jam packed. And I've already heard the complaints from a lot of people. I know you just got into Dragon Ball, which is why you're super hyped for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of people on Discord are just this is a big pass because I've already watched the saga so many times.
Yeah.
and I've already played the saga so many times.
You know what? You know what that game reminds me of? It reminds me of Dragon Ball Sagas on the PS2. It's like Dragon Ball Sagas 2. It's
Mhm.
like
Apparently, it's a
why?
Dragon Ball something. I can't remember what game it was. They were saying it was remastered from one of the games from previous consoles or something like that. I think it was from the Game
It's
Boy or something. Or
probably
GameCube.
like the
The mini,
Dragon Ball, Super Dragon Ball, maybe.
yeah, something like that. I can't remember, but I do know that because like when they showed the gameplay, IGN did the full coverage. They haven't done coverage on any other what's it called, stages or anything. But as soon as they showed coverage for the game, some people liked it, some people didn't
I
like it.
mean, all it is literally Xenoverse combat. I don't know why this game even exists.
Me personally, it's
Why
because
does it
like
exist?
for me, it, it like with Xenoverse, it was like it's different to this game because I feel as if Xenoverse you have to grind out to get your character to such a high standards. With this, you can do a lot of things. Like you were able to fish in Xenoverse 2, you were able to do, ride Nimbus. You were able to, and plus the stamina bar as well. With this, they show that the stamina bar is in this, and I can confirm that the English dub from Dragon Ball Super, the voice actors are in this game as well. I can confirm that for you. So
This
that is a confirmation, and they're using the OG theme tune as well. So like the Dragon Ball Z theme tune, the opening theme tune. So they're using that as well in game. So I was like, okay, cool, that's brilliant. But like back to the Microsoft thing, I think as
Right.
well for them to show off Lego Star Wars, I think it's a bit too soon for them to show that off now. I think they could have done. They could have. I think. Well, not soon. I think it was a bit too late for them to show that. I think they could have done that before E3, leaving a gap for another game to be announced. Realistically,
Hmm.
because there would have been a lot more games. Honestly, like yeah, I get the fact the hype for Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, Skywalker Saga, and all of that. But like, come on, seriously, you got nothing to show, but you only just show like from episode 1 to episode 7, and like then it's gonna be from episode 9, and then like I'm just like, you guys literally wasted 40 seconds of my time just watching this crap, like legitly. But everything else, like Cyberpunk, blew me away. Don't get me wrong, Cyberpunk blew me away because they revealed our boy Keanu Reeves, who is in this game, in this Cyberpunk 2077, and he actually gave a release date for next April 2020, 16th of April, which is, I gotta say, it's a very good date. And Gears is the same thing. I don't expect anything special from Gears. Halo, disappointing. Project Scarlet, what can I say about Project Scarlet? It's not gonna win. So that's the way I see things. And then overall, as the press conference itself, I would actually give this press conference maybe a 5 because of the fact that it showed some games which weren't interest me, some games that did, and the fact that overall it was just like, if they showed, let's say, something that blew people's minds away, like not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts DLC, if they showed that again at Microsoft, I think people would have been more interested in watching the conference. Like, wouldn't you agree? Like in that terms, like showing the DLC again, because it did get announced on YouTube, right? Red Hood.
It got announced because people were leaking it from the
Right.
orchestra event. So,
Oh,
personally, I already, gave my score for the conference. I said like on Twitter, I gave that thing a 5 because
yeah,
like
but
they didn't
five,
show gameplay for their exclusives, and
yeah,
also completely forgot they had a Forza Horizon 2 expansion for Legos. I don't care for racers, but some people are hyped for it. Some people are not big fan of it. But overall, yeah, I give it a 5.
like I would give it the same, about 5 or 6, to be honest with you. It didn't really impress me, like compared
It
to last.
wasn't the worst conference, but it wasn't.
It wasn't the
good.
best. It was an okay press conference, right?
It was like, yeah.
Like there was like so many rumors going around before the presentation for Microsoft as well. Like, oh, Batman Arkham's going to be unveiled, and I was just like, no. If Cyberpunk's going to be there, and the fact that rumored Lego Star Wars is going to be announced, what are the chances of a Batman Arkham game going to be there? Like, no. So everyone losing their minds about that, and I was just like, I was hyped for Cyberpunk regardless because it's flipping Keanu Reeves. Come on, man, the guy who's John Wick, the guy who plays Neo, the guy who's flipping Fortnite, the guy who's in every single game now. He's turning into Troy Baker. So
I would also say like they needed to have a really, really good conference
yeah,
because Sony wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's like
if
this was your time to prove everyone wrong and why you were like a force to be reckoned with.
agreed,
It's like the legit Sony is like the goalie. The
yeah,
goalie left,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the goal to yourself to shoot it, and you
Yeah.
just like miss it. Like I don't know how that's possible.
I'd give
It's-
their conference like a 4, to be honest.
you give it a 4. Okay.
There's
like
so
what-
many. There's so many just disappointing things. Not showing
Yeah,
gameplay.
I mean, this was their time
Cyberpunk-
to shine. This was their
Cyberpunk being like
Yeah.
Cyberpunk was like the main good thing that they showed, and it's on every platform. Like the
Yeah.
new Dragon Ball game, like that shit,
like
it's fucking almost irrelevant. Like that,
Like, for me-
those RPG elements and all that, like they look. I don't know. That game looks cursed, and
Like- like I gotta respect your opinions on that. Like for me though, it's like the whole sketch was the fact that at least they did show something. Like if we didn't get an announcement for the new Dragon Ball game, I know people would have been annoyed, and I know people would have been really angry with the fact that we waited. They showed us a teaser trailer in January and said, June there'll be something, and they didn't show it. I know people would be annoyed with that. It would be the same thing with another conference which we'll talk about later. But it's like
they could have just made another Xenoverse, to be honest.
they should have made it. You think they should make another Xenoverse?
Instead of that, yeah, it's pretty much
No.
Xenoverse, but it's a story. It's just the same as sagas that we've all seen over and over again.
Like the whole
And you're only
reason
playing
why.
as Kakarot. Like
Here's the thing: I don't think they should make another Xenoverse because they're not doing anything after Super. Like they've already got everything. Everything that is Super related is already on Xenoverse 2.
Well, they could have done the
No,
Boo
there's-
Saga. They could have done like.
Well, that has
I
been
mean,
yet to be confirmed.
I
That's
mean,
No, they said it's
Dragon
up
Ball
to the
Z is
Frieza
coming
Saga.
back. Yeah,
They said
Dragon
it's
Ball
up to the Frieza Saga. That was it.
according to what they stated, like on IGN's live stream, and people looking into it, is this is the Dragon Ball Z series. So like from Saiyan Saga all the way up to the Buu Saga, essentially.
No,
That's
I
what it is.
don't think. Like, I'm
Even-
pretty sure
even-
people are saying it's up to like legit just the
Yeah, I've
Frieza
heard
Saga.
that too. But even
Like-
even if it is the Buu Saga, like we've seen this time
And played
time
in
again.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Like, why are we getting rehashed content? Like it looks like sagas too. Like I don't know.
Maybe it's because like they wanted something which is different, like something that Dragon Ball Z fans haven't tried before, or something that because they're like the mechanics, some of the mechanics is different to Xenoverse 2, and like I think for me, like even though I just started into Dragon Ball, but it's like for me, even though I played Xenoverse 2, it looks completely different, and I started to see like notice the differences. Like you get Nimbus, you get to collect stuff, you'll be able to, you even use your flipping tail to fish, which was
Yeah,
funny.
that shit looks cursed. I don't know. You got it.
Yeah, well,
that-
CyberConnect, like you gotta also realize CyberConnect 2 isn't the best developer, and
Yeah.
they
I
were
heard,
also
like,
working. They
on
were also
Final
working on
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Yeah,
and when Square took them off of that project, legit, their shit was unusable. That's what they said. It was
They had to
unusable,
remake
and they had to
it.
start it from scratch. Square Enix in house.
really, it was really unusable. Wow. Well, but like regardless, the way I see it is, if it does turn out to be good, then it turns out to be good. But I'm still hyped regardless, and I just think that for me, this would be an experience that I've never played before. Like I've never been able to play a Dragon Ball Z game where you get to play as the character throughout the story, like because you weren't able to do that in Xenoverse 2. So for me, it'd be an experience. So I mean, other than that, I mean, the Microsoft press conference, I wish there was like more oomph, like more like AAA games to be there instead of the usual Sony exclusive. Sorry, that's what am I saying? Sony exclusive.
Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, Xbox exclusives. Don't give us Forza again. They did give us Forza, and people are really annoyed by that. And then give us
The
and they
Forza
give us
DLC was
Minecraft
gonna
too.
be-
Yeah.
Like, they gave us fucking Minecraft too, which I was really pissed about.
The
Like,
Forza DLC was always coming.
Why
And
would you mad at Minecraft?
Xbox
That
always has to
Minecraft
talk about
access.
Minecraft.
And Minecraft
That's
does
how they
make
do.
them a lot of money, but yet
Yeah.
again, it is like, see,
Y'all some
no.
fucking haters, bro. I swear, dog.
So, but
What do
Jigga,
you
you
give
gotta
it
also
content?
realize Minecraft. This is an E3 show, and kids aren't watching E3 like that.
yeah,
Compared
kids
to-
are.
No, but I know people like Hardhead and us saying talking about they might get that. Like y'all just hating, bro. I swear.
What do you rate the conference, Sugar?
It's like maybe around a 5 because I hate.
That's what I did. I said a
Exactly.
5.
That's exactly the same fucking score
Man.
they gave.
Oh,
No,
I'm hating.
no, but y'all hating on game like a fucking Minecraft. That game doesn't look that bad. Forza,
I'm not saying it looks bad.
that Forza doesn't look that bad. Like
Hell,
I don't
like
like Forza,
Forza,
but
Nobody
I
likes
don't like
Forza.
Forza. Yeah,
No, there are people that like Forza.
Bro,
I
all
have to
people
research.
wanted was gameplay for Halo and Gears, and
Yep.
they didn't provide that.
Yeah, here's another thing too. You know what
Yeah.
they did for Gears?
uh,
You know what they did for Gears? They put the gameplay on up, down, down.
Well, we already talked about it. It was actually an IGN though first. IGN got it right immediately after the.
And then up,
conference
down,
ended.
down. Yeah, up, down,
But
down.
my thing is that and also no new AAA IP announcements from.
Oh, was there
Xbox.
any of the?
Not for like 3 years now.
No,
Was there-
5. It's 5.
Why?
5 years.
Could
Was
they
there
just bought
any-
these studios? Like how these gonna come
They
come up?
never- Here's a-
Playground Games has been working on an RPG for a long ass time
And
before they
haven't
were
said
bought.
shit about it.
Wait, but here's the thing. Did they announce any of the 7 studios, like what the project was or no?
No, they didn't announce. Besides, what was it? The NX style
Okay.
studio, Outland. Is it Outlander?
I think it's Outlanders. I can't remember. But yeah, they never announced anything
No,
else.
Wasteland too,
Wasteland, yeah, right.
or something like
Because
that.
because they never announced anything else. That was a pointless for Microsoft to really hype you roll up. Oh, we're gonna show 7 things because they tweeted that out, right?
They said 14 exclusives, bro. Or 14. They didn't say 14. Well, 14 Microsoft made games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
overall,
60 games.
and 60 game overall,
Yeah.
which didn't look like 60 games.
Well,
I
it was
wouldn't
probably
think
60
they
games.
need to stop
Though.
with that.
They were
They really
capping,
need to
bro.
stop with that. We're going to show 70 games and like 90% of them is real. Like stop doing it. That's just annoying, bro.
70
Oh yeah,
games.
that
with
was a
50
lot of
them
it. Was
being
on this
game
is
fodder.
real. Be completely honest. Oh, I completely forgot Flight Simulator was there. Honestly, the graphics
looked
look pretty
good.
dope though.
Yeah, Flight
That looked
Simulator.
good.
That was.
Well,
a-
dude, I would not be surprised if they teach that they have that shit in flight school. I would not be surprised about that. Shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's be one of those Top Game beating farm simulator and
No. Flight Simulator is like legit gonna be like actual like a sim of you like
riding a plane.
no flying a plane. Like you can buy like the wheel and stick and all
Oh,
that.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't get
Like
me
I
wrong.
wouldn't be surprised if they had that shit in like flight school and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
flight classes for that because like there was a program I had, but like for school, but it's like really like the graphics aren't the great, but like you had like the wheel and shit like that, and like to like take off and stuff. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, man, it's hard to take off and land, like bro.
But it's like,
but
at least
it's really good though. I give Microsoft credit for that game because
Yeah,
that's
at least-
actually
yeah. That is something that we can take out of this, right? Microsoft did show off a game that would actually
like showing off, yeah.
that actually did show off, right? Besides that, everything else was just
Microsoft better showing at shit that's not meant for people playing it for gameplay.
like
Like they fucking they cater to everyone else besides gamers. They got man.
here's the thing. Another thing too, Gears 5, like, oh well, we've got this beta for this month, and we got this beta for this month, and then release, and I'm just like, bruh, show the flipping gameplay, get people excited for the gameplay, get people amped up because that's what you want. Don't just give us a half baked cookie or something like that, and then expect people to be happy with it. No.
Oh yeah, or getting pushed back. That's fucking trash.
Yeah, or getting pushed back. That's another thing too, because
Oh, wait, I completely forgot. Gears 5's release date, which was leaked, which proved to be true with the artwork for the box art, was supposed to come out on September 13th because Borderlands 3 was also coming out that day. Got pushed up to September 10th. So
they were definitely scared.
Yeah, they were definitely scared.
Yeah, they were definitely scared. So, but still, regardless, right? It's still that, like, I think, what's the Coalition? Is it?
Yeah.
They just really need to. They really fucked up this year. Like, honestly, like that's my honest opinion. They fucked up this year, and so did the people who make Halo. They really fucked up that as well. But other than that, everything else was like, phew. I mean, I'm just excited for Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That is pretty much it. And Lego Star Wars is a bit meh.
I got some say you Dragon Ball Z fans are fucking lame.
Oh shoot!
The Dragon Ball Z series is wild. They haven't done anything innovative in that series. The last thing innovative they did was Super, and that shit was garbage.
You mean wait, hold on. You mean the anime or the games?
No, he's just talking about everything.
Because if you're talking about the anime, I agree. Super is garbage. So
what? But here's what.
Like, you just muted him, bro. No. We're gonna have this conversation.
Whoa! Who muted who?
Taladia muted him.
Taladia, did you mute this man?
Yeah, it's in the. You can see it, bro.
Oh my goodness!
Mute that, man. I would have
Taladia, did you mute Jigga for saying an opinion?
Dragon Ball Z has been watched. Even as a kid going back, I watched it. I mean, as a kid, I loved it, but going back and looking at it, it was an overrated series full of filler garbage. Like Dragon Ball Z is one of the worst animes of all time.
All right, now you're just capping.
All right, listen, I can't let you destroy my childhood, dude.
Now you're just capping. I don't know.
Go back and watch it.
I watched none. What do you mean? Go back and watch it. I rewatched the entire Dragon Ball Z, the GT series, like maybe 5 years ago. I rewatched the entire series.
Even though it was like they did like
it's still godlike, bro.
Wait.
It's still godlike.
It really was not. It really was not.
It is. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are godlike.
It was like, here we go, flurry of punches that's probably like repeated over the whole series. And then he finds some super bomb to blow him up with. Like, bro, the series is overrated.
Super bomb. Dude, this Jigga is cat.
Even though I've never used this all, let me come up with some super move that I can use now. It's like,
Jigga, do you like One Punch Man?
Yes, the first series.
Shut up. Your opinion is irrelevant. No. We out. Next conversation.
The first season, One Punch Man was actually good though.
Bless Red, you can understand like the excitement for me though for this game, right? You can understand
because I guess for you,
I've been playing Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, but like just for me though, like
me and Red have been playing that shit for a while and watching that shit for a while. So it's like
for me, like
I'm tired.
But I can understand from your point of view, but like for me though, because I've never played like a full open world like a Dragon Ball Z game like that. It is exciting for me, to be honest with you. And one of my friends is actually getting the game, so he's like game sharing with me. So he's already said, "Look, bro, as soon as I get this game, you can get the game, and we both can play this." So like, I'm just like, bro, I'm excited for it anyway because I was gonna pay for it, but then he's like, no, I've got you covered. So I'm excited because I'll be able to play a new game essentially on PlayStation. Because put it like this, right? Between Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and the next game which is I'm gonna get which comes out in May, it's like it's a big time gap, isn't it? If you know what I mean, Red Hood.
Yeah,
it's a big time gap, so I need something to play in between that. I can't just live on Star Wars and then expect after Star Wars is done, stick to that game. No, I need something new. Keep the mind going, keep the refresh. So I just think overall Microsoft 5.5 or 6 out of 10. If they stepped up the game this year, I think it would have been more. Only if they did that. But let's switch gears to I'm
still talking.
Yeah, there you go.
What I feel like they need to do is focus. Like the world in Dragon Ball Z is good. I will give it that. But like, get rid of like RPG. Where it's like you're like a Z character and you get to like level up and do shit, and maybe all the old Z fighters retire and like you can like go around and learn moves from them. Something like
you're describing what Xenoverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say Xenoverse.
What the fuck? What?
The Xenoverse. I mean, like an actual RPG, like not that fucking.
Okay.
I mean, Xenoverse is RPG, but I don't like that combat style, bro. Like
Xenoverse is kind of like the combat style is very simplified and like
Yeah, it
it
is.
is
Yeah,
for
so
dummies.
here's the thing. So Xenoverse 2, right, it's compact, but with this game, it's like it's obviously it is open world, but like there's all different locations. So like Kame's house, Goku's house, Capsule Corp, whatever.
But
Right?
what he means by RPG elements is like having more RPG like attributes along with dialogue that you can choose from.
Oh yeah, then obviously there is some of that which they showed in the demo, and they did state as well in this demo that
But like and
Like
affecting
you
the
can either be
storyline.
like kind of like Vegeta, or you can be like Goku. Like you can be like I'm gonna beat you up and be evil, or you can be like
No, it's the Kakarot
Kinda like-
story, bro. That's that.
no.
yeah.
But see, I'm tired of that, bro. I'm
Yeah.
tired of being like lame Goku. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you power up and then defeat you. It's like, bro, no, just defeat him now, bro.
no, but like no, you gotta take a look at here's the thing with the art style. Don't get me wrong with it. The art style looks cool. Like, don't get me wrong with that, right? It's probably something we haven't seen like from another Dragon Ball Z game, right? That like this. If you look in game, but like I just feel as if some people will hate it, some people will like it. Like for me, it's a like, but I know it's the same for Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. I know you're gonna say that, but it's like for me though, it'll be a different experience to understand, like not only understand where Goku was and all of that. Because you remember, they taking this not only from the comic book but from the TV show as well.
Manga.
Yeah,
The
all those
manga.
from the TV
Don't
show.
ever call this shit a
You
comic
never said
book.
the comic book. All right, let's go to
Yeah,
a different
okay.
goddamn. Let's
I'm
go
gonna
to a
get my
different
inner weeb
conference,
to
dog.
like weeb out, dude. If you
Wait,
Let's go to a different conference.
but you can understand. Like I said, manga. I said comic book, but you know what I mean, though,
Oh
right?
yeah, I know, but dude, when I
Yeah.
come to like the pure like anime and manga person that I am, dude, man, I go off.
They'll fight you for saying that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that type of person. Never would kill you for doing something like that. Shout out to them.
Anime
Anyway,
is
yeah,
better. Moving on to what? Where are we going?
Oh
to
no, well,
now?
Jigga didn't give his overall thoughts on the conference. Like
Oh, that's like a 5 out of 10.
5 out of
five.
10. Yeah, that's what I said.
But
I'm a little
anyway, so let's
disappointed.
talk about Ubisoft because
Well, no, Ubisoft wasn't it. It was Bethesda, so we'll go with Bethesda.
it was Bethesda.
So for Bethesda, they weren't needed in this conference.
Nope.
Todd Howard, legit, basically positive that these were Bethesda employees and hired by Bethesda people because the way people acted when Todd Howard came on stage and like people were thinking he was like, I don't know, dude, the second coming or some shit
Lord
like that.
Gaben, bro. He thought he was
He
Lord
was a
Gaben.
second coming. Like, bro, this man sold us God rays coming from the damn earth. And it's like people were like sucking that shit up, dude. They were like, give it to me. Give me
Fallout
more.
76 NPC.
Clapping for Fallout 76. Like, oh man. Battle Royale? Hell yeah, brother. Even though that shit's played out, yeah, give it to me, Todd. NPCs coming that should have been in the game. Hell yeah.
Bro, there was one guy, bro. I wanted to strangle that fella.
That man was like,
Holy-
yeah,
I wanted to strangle that fella. He just would not stop.
It's like, dude, what do you want? Do you want to like go to Todd's room or some shit like that?
He's definitely trying to get some action. That's
Like,
that.
Gosh, dang.
Yo, he's Jeff Keighley, and that's fucking Kojima right there.
Oh,
He definitely wants that action. You know what I'm saying?
What, yeah, Fallout 76 was a big dud. That's not going to save the game.
Yeah.
What else? 2 new IPs. They're interesting concepts, but we got no gameplay for it. We got expansion for the next Elder Scrolls, for the Elder Scrolls Online game.
Mm.
And what else happened in this conference? I'm trying to think. Doom Eternal gameplay looked really, really nice. Coming out in November 22nd, or no, I think it's 22nd. And I'm not gonna lie, that the collector's edition looks dope. You get the helmet and stuff.
Don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for that shit.
I don't know, dude. I
Fallout
think
76?
no, Doom Eternal.
No, bro. The Fallout 76 collector's edition.
No,
motherfucker.
dude.
You
You're not
better
gonna
not
rip me
fall
off.
for it. You better
You're not gonna rip
buy
me
that shit
off,
after the fact. Don't buy it now. You gonna get finessed. That shit
Dude,
gonna look nothing like this
Doom
advertised.
Eternal will not let me down.
I hope to God you did not buy that collector's edition now. I hope to God you did not do that.
Listen,
Bethesda are going to fucking steal your money
Bethesda's ID.
They-
Yeah, it's ID.
but they're owned by Bethesda, right?
Yeah, they're the publisher though.
Yeah.
Bethesda
So I would
games
not
are way
trust
different.
them either way.
Nah, dude.
Bethesda is
I'm
on the
pretty sure
name.
the
They are
publisher
trying to
tried
run
to-
off on the plug, bro.
Hey, Jacob, we don't need this right now. I don't need you to burst my bubble, my man.
Yo,
I
I'm
don't
not
need it
saying
right
Doom
now.
Eternal is gonna be fired, but that collector's edition is cursed. Don't buy that shit now.
That helmet's gonna happen, dude. I need the helmet.
Don't buy it now. Wait until people get their shit. So
And
you
then
don't get
more
finessed.
left.
I think it might be too late. Then,
Yeah, that's what I'm
man.
saying, dude.
Well, you're gonna have to buy that bitch on eBay for $2,000, bro.
No,
You're gonna have to hold that. You're gonna have to hold that, bro. I'm trying to look out for you, Red.
I
I'm
rather
trying to look out for
waste
you.
200 than $2,000.
I don't. Yo, if
Eh.
it's actually OD, people, shit, 1,500.
But overall, Doom Eternal, great fucking gameplay. I can't wait. And oh yeah, then they showed Wolfenstein Youngblood. Could care less. I didn't like Wolfenstein 2, so that's a big skip for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it for Bethesda. I gave that shit a 3 out of 10. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I could see. Yeah, 3 out of 10. Yeah, I give it that too. Cause fucking that guy, the guy that's fucking yelling in the fucking goddamn crowd, and Fallout 76 news, like, bruh, get that trash off my screen. What is that?
Exactly.
And yeah, Wolfenstein, I'm excited for that. Oh, I think they announced that Wolfenstein will. You can. It's like what do you call it? That game that came out where one person buys it and then the other person can play it for free.
Yeah, like a way out.
Yeah,
the-
way out.
yeah.
It's like that, which is gonna be OD. I'm gonna get somebody to play with me.
Hey, if somebody wants to do that for me, I'm down, but I ain't buying the game.
Red Hood, you fall for that. It's a good game right there.
I did not like Wolfenstein 2. Dude, I stopped playing it.
That
Here's
I
game,
what-
legit stopped playing the
that
game.
game is
Sorry.
fuego. It's not
Um,
not as good as
It's like it was
Wolfenstein
boring.
1.
Like I thought the level design and like compared to the first game, and even the story was just like, and the characters were like, bleh, to me, like everything about it. I don't know. Wolfenstein 1 to me was just so fucking good.
Wolfenstein 1 is better, but
Yeah.
2 is not bad.
Just couldn't finish it, dude. I finished 1. Like I played that shit like from start to go, and then this one I was taking breaks and like I just could not do it.
Yeah, to take a break from it. All right.
Yeah, but other than that, that was it. Like, but Jacob, what do you think about that press conference? Overall thoughts?
My overall thoughts is the 1 out of 10.
Damn, that's even worse than me.
You're not looking forward to anything?
I don't like Doom and Wolfenstein. I still haven't beaten 2 yet, so it's on Game Pass, so maybe I get it. But other than that, nah. Like, I'm not looking forward to anything they made.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Damn,
Wolfenstein 2 is on Game Pass, so $5 a month, you get that shit for free. Metro Exodus,
What
get
you
that.
mean, dog? Pay that $1, get it for. Oh man. What?
I didn't get it for what? I got it for $5.
I thought I got it for $1. Maybe because I had
heard-
gold already or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard the $1 thing, but I didn't see that on.
No, I thought that was the regular Xbox Game Pass. That's probably why. PC.
No,
was
that was Game Pass Ultimate. So I think it's both, ain't it?
Oh,
So we get
Yeah, you get Game Pass Ultimate.
for
I think
$1?
you get, yeah.
Ultimate combines both the Xbox Game Pass and the PC Game Pass,
And
might-
gold
I
if you
might
don't have it.
and gold for your console.
I might just pull out the $1 so I can play Sunset Overdrive.
You?
Hey man, I
Can't
don't
do
even know.
that.
That's
They can't-
slander here,
How dare
good
you.
sir. But
I just
what
feel
about
like
you,
they
Red?
did.
You didn't say what you rate the conference.
I would say like a 3 or 4, like you said. I'm
Yeah.
only looking forward to Doom and Wolfenstein, and the rest of the shit that they showed was annoying because that fucker was in the crowd just yelling like you the entire time.
And like,
Was their game, the new game Starfield? That shit, they have nothing to show for that shit. And that,
they said both Elder
Next
Scrolls
gen.
and Starfield won't be at the press conference way before that, which was like, oh, well then,
yeah,
that's interesting.
that's cursed. I found it funny that somebody was like, "Yo, where's Elder Scrolls 6?" I'm like, "Bruh, that game is like a 2025 game. You're
Yeah.
not seeing that game anytime soon."
I
But
feel
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's a 3. That's a 3.
Yep. And what about you, Tyler? What do you think about the conference, and how would you rate it?
I think the Bethesda conference was shit, regardless. Like, it was shit. Nothing to show, nothing to prove. Fallout 76 Battle Royale, really, you really, what's the name? Todd Howard thinks he's the genius that will actually save. He didn't save anything, to be honest with you. It killed his press conference.
Todd Howard is no Kojima, nor is he no CD Project Red.
That man
Also,
is a clown. He made fun
He,
of his games having bugs, and
no,
then
his,
released
his
one of the most
Wait,
buggy
wait,
games
wait,
of mankind.
wait, wait,
Remember
wait,
that?
wait.
Yep.
Here's another thing too. I bet you he paid the audience to.
no. We said that.
Oh
I'm
no,
pretty sure.
that's for real, for real. That's free. They were definitely paid
Yeah.
easily, but they were overpaid because they were what the
Yeah.
fuck?
They were
They were
overpaid.
going wild.
We're going wild, dude. And there were definitely a lot of Bethesda employees. I think were reported to be there as well in the crowd. So
Yeah, I could see that.
they probably also checked people too. It's like, hey, are you going to boo us if we talk about Fallout 76? It's like, yeah, and it's like,
You're not allowed into the conference.
You're not allowed in the
You're
conference.
not.
They probably did some shit like that. I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Yo, they fucking ran background checks. Yo, did you play this game? Did you write a bad review on fucking like whatever the message board for Bethesda's launcher is? If you wrote a bad review, you're not allowed in.
You're not allowed in your baby.
Yeah, you're not allowed, bro. Watching them YouTube comments.
But here's the thing though, like everyone just booed it. Like even like me and my friends, like we were reacting to it. We were just like, Bethesda sucks. So
Yeah.
the way I see it,
And that's not a jab to the new IPs that were shown. It's just they
It's
had no
like-
gameplay.
they had nothing. They had nothing to really,
And I'm just like, I'm like when
forgot.
I was talking about that, it's like interesting premises. Both those new IPs have interesting premises, but there was no gameplay show at all. It was CGI trailers.
I forgot they did show that game by the people that made Dishonored, the game where they just kill each other.
Yeah,
nonstop.
definitely.
All right, I'll give it a 4 because that game it sounds interesting, but I don't know. I'll give it a 4.
It just showed no gameplay, man. So that's why I still give it a 3.
This E3 was definitely the E3 of no gameplay though.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was fucking spooky.
But yeah. Oh, wait, Talati, what did you say from what you rated?
like I give the rating a 2 or a 1 minimum.
2 or 1? Gosh dang. All right, so next press conference, Ubisofting. Gosh dang. Not as worse as Bethesda, but not as good as Microsoft, I would say. They started strong, like really strong with Watch Dogs Legion. Gameplay looks really good. My only concern, which granted the gameplay will be fun, and I'll probably think it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, or maybe just an 8. But the story, I pretty much feel like it's not going to be good, just because of this new system that's implemented that you can play as any person. You could be a homeless guy, you could be a rich guy, you could be an assassin, you could be a spy, you could be a boxer, you could be an accountant, you could be a tech guy or whatnot. Pick anybody, recruit anybody, right? But that's the whole issue. Is you this narrative? I don't know how that's going to work.
It's gonna be cursed.
Like it's just like they didn't even show really off the narrative. Like, so that's how I don't understand how it's going to work, because they didn't really truly show it. They showed a lengthy gameplay demo, which I think is going to be awesome, and people are going to play different styles of gameplay, and I feel like that's going to be awesome. But other than that, it's just like the story is not going to be good, but it's gonna be a good game, I think, regardless. And yeah, they even got the right hand side of driving with the steering wheel instead of the left. So I thought that was dope. What else did they show? I'm trying to think of stuff that was memorable. Oh gosh. They had that ball game, Gods and Monsters as well. but there was no like actual gameplay for it. Splinter Cell Blackpoint. Is it Breakpoint? I think it's Breakpoint.
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. With John Bernthal. Love John Bernthal. Still
You
not
said
gonna
Splinter
get it.
Cell? You sure?
Huh?
I think you said Splinter Cell.
No, I said Ghost Recon.
Oh, I thought you said
Breakpoint.
Bad.
It's all good. What else? They had a game with Splinter with Sam in it. But that's not Splinter Cell. They kind of troll. I'm trying to think these other games. Like there weren't really any memorable games in there. An update for Rainbow Six Siege. One's like Outbreak or something like that,
I
which
think
is
that's
PvE.
that's an entirely different game, I think.
Is it? Because they said Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know if it's gonna be a separate thing.
It was Rainbow Six
it
Breakpoint.
was like a.
It's a different game.
I thought it was just a PvE mode.
No.
No?
Last time they did just a preview, but this game, I believe it's pretty much a scrapped scary game that they were trying to do, but they scrapped it, and then they were like, all right, fuck it, rebrand it, make it like based on Rainbow Six Siege, and that's why I had Rainbow Six Siege characters in it. But I think it's gonna be a standalone game.
Okay. Yeah. And then you got a new class for Rainbow Six Siege, like the spy. What else? That's it. Like that's, and then more Division updates. Gosh dang, there wasn't anything memorable about Ubisoft to think about it.
That's Watch Dogs.
Yeah, except for Watch Dogs. Like, gosh dang, yeah. I think that's it to really say.
I think that might say about.
Well, no. I'm saying for me.
Okay.
And, I give it a 4. Like better than Bethesda, but yet again, not even as good as Xbox. But Lester Red, what do you think about the conference?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Watch Dogs. I didn't play 2 because that shit just Watch Dogs 1 was like, what the fuck? And then Watch Dogs 2, I'm just like, I can't do it. 3 looks like it could be fun. I mean, the gameplay looks cool, but like that story is gonna be fucking garbage. Like, how are you gonna make an intriguing story while having not a single main character? Makes like, what the fuck? Like, that's like impossible. So that story is gonna be cursed. But I guess it'll be fun. I guess I'll just try it out. Oh, you didn't talk about their they introduced their service.
Oh yeah, completely forgot. Gosh dang, it's that unmemorable. Basically EA Access, it's the same price I believe too, $15 a month.
Yeah, but they didn't offer like $100 a year though, which
Oh yeah, but EA you can do the $100 a year, which will be cheaper than the $15 a year month fee.
That's just cursed. I'll definitely. I think I'll try out Watch Dogs for $15.
Yeah, I'd probably do the same. Just try it out for that month and then just get out of there. Yeah, and then that end game thing, that sports Rocket League thing, could care less.
All right, so that game is cool, but it's definitely not as complex as say Rocket League. Hopefully they add more to it, more maps and whatever. But it's fun. But it definitely has problems. Like sometimes the game would start and like we would just be stuck just in one spot and you just have to leave, or I don't know. There's a lot of frame rate problems. Like the game was stuttering problems. It was stutter a lot. It's in alpha though, but it's fun though. I could see playing that. I don't know how they're gonna price it. Hopefully, I would hope that game would be free. You know, just make it like a game as a service. Because I can't see spending $20 on that. It's a $10 game at most.
Yeah. What about you, Jigga? What do you think about the Ubisoft press conference?
The only game they made that I would make right now that would care about Assassin's Creed, which they taking a year off. So, in Watch Dogs, which I don't like, read the Legion or whatever.
You don't like that system where you choose any character?
No, because like I like to stick with one character,
and
I got to things to that character, and it's like Like, could this game be good? It could be like
Gameplay
where
wise.
no, but even story wise, it's like you could like even though there's multiple characters.
But these are like random NPCs. These aren't like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but I mean, just make it generic. They could not generic, but like they can make it generic where like it's a male or female, like he or she, like throughout the story, so it knows like you're a female, and it like.
But your NPC can completely die though, and you
Yeah,
can
it's
switch to a
probably
male or a
Yes.
female NPC though. So like,
But like, say it's like an overarching story will probably be there that it could be good, but it's just like you choose to go through. Like it's like how can I say it? I'm trying to think how I could
they just
like.
you mean they
there's
just
a
refer to you as a
story.
he or she, even though
Yes.
you may not be a he or she.
I mean, you're either he or she, but I don't care what nobody says.
Oh man.
Going by genetics,
I
you're
mean,
he or she. Chromosomes, bro. You can't like change that shit. But anyways,
like,
I don't care. Yeah, whatever. But they could do a story where like saying like say you experience a story. It's like a regular story, but like any character can like complete the story or whatever. So. But I don't know. I just don't like how they going about this. I feel like this should have been another game, maybe, or like a DLC, like just to test it out and see if it can be done right. Like, don't waste a full game. Like, I don't know, bro. But if it comes out and the reviews are good, I'll probably look at it, getting it. But I don't know, bro. It's a run. Other than that, they really didn't make anything else I care about. Like, I'm tired of them doing the fucking it was them who did the dance and shit.
Oh, just that dude! I cringed the whole time. I can't stand
you
that
got
shit.
it. You always know it's coming, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Do a
Dude. I
dance.
think
They're gonna do a
I'm
dance off, bro.
wishing that they just stop one year, and I'll be like, "Wow, Just Dance didn't happen this time."
That's like
Just
that's,
come out and announce
like
it, bro. You don't have to do dancing.
That's like Microsoft not showing Minecraft or
No, they
Forza
didn't
for a
show
year,
Minecraft
bro.
last year. They did not show Minecraft.
Or Forza. They got to
Okay.
show their Forza, bro. Got to show
Okay,
the
Forza they
year.
always show, but Minecraft last year at E3 they didn't show. They showed it at
Okay,
EXO.
just show it then. Like, don't have them fucking weirdos coming out dancing, bro. That's just creepy.
Yeah, I was getting annoyed by that shit. I was like, dude, when is it over? I'm like cringing right now.
Shack sleep. That shit.
But yeah, what else, Jacob?
But the whole conference, I would just give it like a 5. Like, it's meh. It's not bad, but it's not good either.
Okay.
That's pretty high.
I mean, because I do like Watch Dogs though.
Mm-hmm. I feel okay.
And hopefully a new game comes out. I mean, it'll come out, but hopefully they fix that game, that roller skate, whatever that shit is, and
You try playing
it could be. No, I downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. Hopefully they get that right and whatnot.
What about you, Tyler? What do you think about their press conference?
For Ubisoft, I thought it started off strongly. I felt, Watch Dogs Legion, which did get leaked, originally. I thought that was, it looks like a very interesting game. I would definitely try that. What's it called? Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That's another game I would try. Considering the fact that, one of my friends is actually into that type of games, and I tried to get into the beta, but obviously the game wouldn't load. So I'm gonna try and get it for PlayStation if I can. But it looks interesting. I didn't like the Just Dance thing. They do that every year. Assassin's Creed Odyssey's DLC looks interesting.
I didn't even realize there was DLC. I completely forgot. Oh gosh.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed, the new DLC, which is free, I think, which was released on the same day. Ubisoft Plus, I see there's no point to that.
Well, I mean, I would say you just spend $15 that month and you just get that game you want to play.
But
you don't want
crazy.
to spend $60.
They have a lot of games as a services, but I feel like everyone that wanted to play those already have them. So it's like they introduced it so late. They should have introduced it earlier, like when EA did.
Yeah. They should have done it when EA done it. So I think it was pointless. And then what did it end it off on?
No, that was the Gods and Monsters, the same team that did Assassin's Creed
Oh yeah,
Odyssey. But
oh
we
yeah.
saw no gameplay for it. It seems cool, but it's like there was
It's
no
just nah.
gameplay.
Yeah, it was just no gameplay. So honestly, overall, I would give this press conference about. I would give it a good 7. I would say.
7. Gosh dang, man, you're generous in that conference.
No, it was because you had Watchdog Legion. You did have some. You did They did show a lot for that, and then Breakpoint, of course, to give the beta beforehand, of course, and then to show us, or to tell us about the game a little bit, not too much, but a little bit to tease us, which was fine with me. So I was happy for that. And then Assassin's Creed, of course, Odyssey DLC, which is free. I was a bit okay. That sounds pretty cool, and pretty much everything else was just like meh. But everything it was just like 3-4 games that really got my attention. Everything else was just meh. So that's what I honestly have to say about Ubisoft press conference. Is anybody else got to do the score rating or?
No, everyone else did theirs. So
The 4.
All right, so
yeah,
let's move
so
on
we'll go
to.
into Square Enix's press conference, and this was where I was in doom and gloom. I was like, bro, Square, save me, save E3,
They saved it.
save it. And yeah,
Yeah.
they actually saved it, and then Nintendo saved it. We'll get into them later. Square, I'm glad that they showed off Final Fantasy VII remake. Some people think they should have showed Avengers, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Final Fantasy VII remake, they showed very lengthy about the battle system. Battle system's the same person that did the combat / battle system for Kingdom Hearts 2. Very talented guy in terms of combat. And he was working on the combat for this. And the materia is back in this game. The new designs look amazing. Graphics look great. Way better than the CyberConnect 2's version, which we saw screenshots of that game along with this game. It's crazy. The difference is night and day between those games. And what else did we see? We got to see what the boss battles would be. Pretty grandiose. And the gameplay just looks great. And what else? Tifa looks awesome. I got hyped when I saw Tifa. I got
People
hyped.
mad that she doesn't have F cups.
Man.
Why doesn't she have F cup?
Bro, then people should have been mad about Tifa's design in like Kingdom Hearts 2, but no one cared. It was like
people are fucking weird, bro.
And what else did we see? We saw Aerith's design. Funny thing, I saw a tweet that the voice actor was somebody I seen before. This voice actor I remember seeing from the Real Rejects. They're mostly a reaction channel, and she was on that channel for quite some time, or a little bit, and then created her own YouTube, Strange Rebel Gaming, and she's actually voicing Aerith, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't think she's voiced any other characters before, and she's a YouTuber, so I'm just like, huh. I'm hoping she's good. Hoping they know what they're doing with that one. But yeah. What else? I got hyped when I saw Sephiroth. Man, I was like about to break my gaming chair when I saw that, man. I was like, oh my gosh, my man, Sephiroth in the flesh. And they're adding a lot of content to it. It's going to be in 2 discs. And I pre-ordered that collector's edition. I don't know, dude. I did it on live stream too. So I just got super hyped for that the game. And yes, it's going to be in parts episodic. And supposedly that a lot of people when playing this game is saying it's very big. Like Midgar is huge. Like they added so much fucking content to it that it's in 2 discs.
But people mad. It's only Midgar.
Yeah, there's some people. My man Alex, sometimes I agree with that man, but this time was not one of those times I agreed with him. Yeah. And he was just like, "No, it should have been more." And I'm like, I don't disagree, but there's a lot of freaking content supposedly in this game, and people are saying this. People are playing this on the booth floor, and I don't understand why people were getting mad about that. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of content.
About more content.
It's 2 discs. The only other game that has done 2 discs for Blu-rays is like Red Dead Redemption 2. So, but yeah, it's coming out March. Was it March 2nd? Yeah, March 2nd of 2020. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the collector's edition is like sold out right now. I believe so, and you can only get it in the Square Enix store. So yeah, it's like first come first serve.
My only problem with that is how much are they gonna, how many fucking parts are they gonna do, and how
I don't
how
know.
much are gonna
I
pay
think
for
it's
the
gonna
individual
be
parts?
3 parts. That's what I think.
Wait, so is each part is going to be a different game?
What it sounds like they're saying is this game. I would not be surprised in total. There is six disc total for this game for this remake. So I would assume 3 parts.
I would just hope that they don't charge $60 for each part.
I don't know. They're
They
saying it's going to
probably
be its
are
own
going
game.
to.
So
Yep, so $60.
yeah, but it'll probably take a while for the next part to come out, dude.
Yeah, facts.
Probably like 3 years for
Yeah.
second part, then another 3 years for the third part.
Hopefully, it's like 30 hours of content.
Yeah, and supposedly it's going to be a lot. So it's going to be a lot of hours total. So and it's just like it's crazy. Like I just love everything about the game. So that I've seen. Now I could have problems with it, and if I play that freaking game in 2 disc and it's like 5 hours, I'm gonna get fucking pissed. I will probably go to Japan and say, Nomura, was this your idea? And it says, no, that wasn't my idea. I'll be like, you're safe for now. It's like, dude, I respect Nomura a lot, but yeah. Overall, that was great. Square Enix had Life is Sister Real for Life is Strange, and streamers like Strange Rebel Gaming, who was the voice of Aerith, was on that Life is Strange thing. What else happened? A lot of remasters coming. Final Fantasy VIII remaster. No one thought it was going to be possible, and the biggest issue why people didn't think it was possible because files were lost. So they had to like redo the graphics, which you can see a comparison between the original Final Fantasy VIII and this version, and the graphics are actually better. So they had to do it from the ground up again, which that sucks because I don't know how you lose files, but that's just me. What else happened in this? I'm trying to think of the other Final Fantasy 14 expansion that looks really, really good, and is making me want to play the MMO and do everything in that game because supposedly it's like one of the best MMO games out there, if not the best. Some people are saying it's even better than WoW. So thinking about diving in. I don't know when. I know the expansion comes out July 2nd, I think. So there's that. Then you got like Final Fantasy games on mobile, and I wasn't too keen on that. And trying to think of any other game announcements that I was like,
you say Phantasy Star Online?
Oh shoot, that was on Xboxes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty hype.
I thought that was Square Enix.
No, that wasn't Square. The other stuff for them. Give me a sec. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah. And they were like showing some other games and remasters and stuff like that and remakes. And then the biggest one was the Avengers reveal. And this is what I have because there's controversy surrounding it. So what I think about it, I actually liked what I saw. Don't like Black Widow's design. I was fine with Tony Stark's design.
Agreed.
Thor, I was like, yeah. And I was fine with Bruce Banner's design.
Captain America's outfit.
Don't let DMV fan hear you say that.
Which one?
About Avengers bad negativity to it.
No, I'm not giving. I said like I don't understand the like big negative backlash, but behind that, I have no real like how can I say this? I don't have a big like problem. I only have like I don't like the design for Black Widow or Cap. Yeah, like Thor, I don't know. I could grow. It's starting to grow on me for Thor, but Cap and Black Widow is like, it's kind of bad.
People act like this shit looks fucking horrendous.
Yeah, people are saying the graphics are horrendous, and I'm like,
graphics aren't bad at all.
Like I was looking at it, and I was seeing a lot of particle effects and shit like that too. So I'm just like,
the character models aren't aren't
So-
bad. Maybe their outfits are bad. Like I think
Yeah, because they
America's
even
outfit is
confirmed
weird.
you can customize the outfits and have different outfits and different costumes and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't like
Right.
just because the Captain America doesn't look identical to fucking Chris Evans doesn't mean he doesn't like the character model his face looks fine.
I'll say this. I've been
He
noticing
looks
a
like a
lot on
human being.
YouTube,
Like, I don't,
a lot of people having opinions on this game. And these aren't gamers I'm talking about. These are actual like
Casual people.
casual people that don't
What,
play games
movie
that are
reviewers?
commenting about this game.
Jesus.
Like it's ridiculous. Like it's people I'm seeing that I know that has never played a game in their life. It's like, why didn't they get Robert Downey Jr. in this game? I'm like,
What,
are you?
why don't you get Robert Downey Jr.? How
I'm
much
like,
it fucking costs?
like you know how, like guess how much he got paid for Infinity War? $70 million. You want Robert Downey Jr. in that game? That's gonna bankrupt Square.
Exactly.
You're not $1 billion corporation.
So
They can't
overall,
hire all these like actors and stuff like that. That's ridiculous when people have that negative. And it's like
Yeah,
I'm fine
people
with gamers talking about this, but when it has other people that never, and then they're like, "Well, it's the MCU." It's like this game has nothing to do with the freaking MCU. What are you talking about?
they're getting confused. Here's the thing, right? They're getting confused between the MCU and the gaming division, right? That's
Yes,
what they're.
they
They
are.
don't know anything about it.
They don't know anything, right?
Yeah.
So, but what would you give this press conference overall as a
Well,
score?
I'm not done with the whole Avengers. I still got to talk about that. They said no loot boxes, no no, they did not say no microtransactions. That's the key phrase.
loot
I think there
boxes.
will be microtransactions. I say no loot boxes, and they said no paid DLC. What I mean by that is like
Free deal.
region updates will be free, and story updates will be free, and characters will be free. I'm gonna assume costumes, like rare costumes, you will have to pay for or earn or something like that, right? Like they have to monetize it somehow, right?
Yeah.
It's just like no way that they're gonna keep doing this for free. Like,
Right.
there's no possible way. We saw people have confirmed this, and I said we saw snippets of gameplay in that trailer. People are like, no, it's not real and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. People that played this behind closed doors has said that was true. That's actual like snippets of gameplay, like with Thor throwing his hammer or Hulk jumping and running, and Black Widow, riding the person, like the person jumped on him.
An Iron Man using his repulsors.
Yeah, is using his repulsors. That was the gameplay. Well, and supposed Cap died in this game, and we also saw the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym, not the Scott Lang.
Yeah, Hank Pym.
Yeah, I'm like super hyped for the game. I wish we could see gameplay, but Cyberpunk did the same thing like last year, so it's behind closed doors. We probably see more gameplay from the game. I would say Gamescom.
You missing out one of the big thing about it.
It comes out May. Well, it comes out. Was it May 20th or no?
May 15th, 2020.
May 15th, 2020.
Well, that's one. And co-op, man.
Yeah, it's co-op too.
4-player online co-op.
And people said each character plays way differently than the other. It's not reskinned or anything like that. They have their own different abilities. And did they say skill tree? I have no idea.
They never said anything about skill tree, but the one thing I can say is that I can confirm is that you can't pick the same character as the other person.
Yeah.
That should be That should be obvious. What the?
Yeah. Better like
four Iron Mans. That makes no sense.
Like, so if you wanted to have Iron Man and the other guy wants to be Iron Man, you can't pick your Iron Man essentially.
Yeah,
so
that's always been a thing. With,
and we also saw Taskmaster in there. Not Spider-Man. So this is one thing I want to say is Taskmaster looks different in the Spider-Man version, but you could say he got a different armor when he went to the West Coast or something like that. And we saw, who else did we see? I keep forgetting Hulk. Hulk's villain, because I'm not a big Hulk fan.
Abomination.
Abomination. Saw Abomination in it, and we saw Iron Man in space. So
holy shit!
Different levels of like different types of levels, and we saw Thor on a helicarrier as well in a snippet. So I'm like pretty hyped for it, and PlayStation's getting exclusive content and the beta first.
Yes.
Now, what I mean exclusive content, this is my theory, right? There was an E3 Coliseum, and people were saying, "Will Spider-Man be appearing in this game?" And he didn't outright say no.
Makes sense.
And what I'm assuming is Spider-Man is going to be a character. I think it's just going to be in the PS4 version.
Probably.
That's what I'm going to.
Here's my two cents.
If they do that, that's bullshit, bro.
It's probably the same thing with the
makes
whole
sense.
license deal. So
It's the licensing, man. That's what you got to take advantage of, man.
Yeah, that makes sense to take advantage.
I
No,
mean,
that's still bullshit.
Giga, this is why we told you.
it happened, dude. I will not. Just don't be surprised about it, dude.
I might not buy it then. Fuck that.
Oh shit.
You that salty? Word. Got it.
Yeah.
No, I mean I got a PlayStation, so I can get it if I want to, but I don't. That's not right to me, dog. You fucking hide a character behind that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of companies doing this shit. You got to stop with this shit, bro. And I know Microsoft started it. Yes, they did start the shit, but
Supposedly that's what the contracts say, dude. That's what Marvel like in them. That's why Sony has like the marketing deal for Avengers as well. So
I mean,
that's
why I won't buy the game.
Salty, man. Come on.
It's not salty.
It is.
see, if
No,
you
it's
tell
not.
me Spider-Man is gonna be in, I'm not gonna lie. And if it's on the PS4 version, I'm gonna buy the PS4 version instead of the PC.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that shit, too.
Hands
Then
down.
I'm
I
not gonna buy the
probably
game.
still
So
buy
like,
the PC version. That's one character. I
That's-
love
yeah, that's
Spider-Man,
true.
but it's one character. You're gonna be. I'd rather play in 144 FPS than play with Spider-Man.
I also think, because I'm making a video about it, I think this is gonna be a games universe. I've been saying that for day one. And the reason why is because legit Spider-Man said, in the events of the first Spider-Man game, the Avengers aren't at the tower, they're in the West Coast. Where are they right now? The freaking West Coast.
It's West Coast. No controversy.
I have a question. Where the fuck is Hawkeye?
Supposedly people are asking for Hawkeye, and I think he'll be in like an update.
DLC.
Free update.
That man is not important enough.
I don't know if Ant-Man will play a role or not, or he's just like an NPC. Because supposedly it's not open world; it's a hub like Tomb Raider.
I like that more. Fuck open worlds. Honestly, fuck open worlds.
So, but
That's Cyberpunk.
so
Besides Cyberpunk, no.
Besides that.
So, what would you give the score then?
I gave this score. I really liked the conference, and I gave this like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was like. Oh my gosh, I actually enjoyed this conference. Like, what the fuck?
All right. Do you mind if I do my review?
Yeah, sure. Everyone's gonna do theirs, so we go first.
Right. So obviously the start of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I thought was a brilliant move. Obviously we saw some gameplay stuff, and they showed a lot of things through the game, which I'm excited for, and obviously the release date, which was really cool, which was the 3rd of March 2020. But then after that, it was just like Final Fantasy after Final Fantasy after Final Fantasy, and some other mobile games and Final Fantasy again. I'm just like, bro, enough with the Final Fantasy stuff.
Hey, man, I can't have you slandering Final Fantasy, man.
No, not like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like they had a lot. Like
they had to show like the expansion for the MMO, dude.
Yeah.
Like that thing is like makes a lot of money for Square, and it's like the best.
No, I'm not talking about the remaster. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the remake or the remaster. I'm talking about the mobile stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the mobile? I mean, supposedly they also make a lot of money from that too. So
I was just like mobile after mobile after mobile, and then they had this rip-off Minecraft thing. I'm just like, bruh, really? But when it came down to Avengers, though, I was super pumped and everything. Obviously it didn't look like the MCU. Of course, I'm gonna know that, right? So I felt as if it wasn't off. I really did like the game, the gameplay they showed. What really got me was the fact that there was no loot boxes, they said, and the fact that it was an all-star cast. So Troy Baker, Nolan North, aka Retro Replay from YouTube, they are in this game alongside Travis Willingham and
Travis also has been voicing Thor and several of the cartoons for a while.
Marvel. And also Laura Bailey, who was in Injustice, and now she's playing Black Widow. So that was just like brilliant. So
Dude, she's in every game. I'm not gonna lie. She's also gonna be in Gears 5. So
Yeah, she's a top tier female actor.
She's
Usually
yeah,
we hear
she's
about
a
Nolan
top
North
tier.
acting.
Yeah, so like she's top tier, right? And then you had the guy who played in The Walking Dead season, the last
wait.
finale.
I just realized, isn't she also supposed to be in The Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think she was in Uncharted too.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was in Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
She was in Uncharted and Last of Us Part 2.
yeah, she's an
Um,
OD actor.
That's crazy. She probably
So-
makes bank, dude.
Trying to.
but as well, like they also unveiled that what's his name, Javier, the guy who plays Javier from the Walking Dead series. He's also
Javier?
yeah, Javier, yeah. You know what I mean from the Walking Telltale series. He's gonna be Captain America. So I was like, okay, cool, neat. So I was like, okay, cool. But I wanted the 2019 or late 2019 release, but like that was never going to be the case. So they decided to push it for May 15th, which was leaked out, by the way. So they pushed it up from May 15th, 2020. And I was just like, okay, so that gives me enough time to play Star Wars. That'll give me enough time to play Dragon Ball Z. That'll give me enough time to play, Modern Warfare Remaster and not Modern Warfare Remaster, I mean Modern Warfare. So it'll give me time to play some really top-notch games and until Avengers come. But I hope, because I know I'm getting this on PlayStation, I hope to pray that there is like some sort of like deal to come with it alongside it, like some bundle of some sort. If you know what I mean. Like you know how this collector's edition do, so like you probably get the Avengers all in one. Like, I wouldn't mind that. But I also saw some images on Twitter of them having the costumes at the Avengers booth as well, which was pretty neat. So
The costume.
yeah. So they had the Iron Man suit, they had Captain America's suit, they had the Black Widow's costume, Bruce Banner's look, and Thor's outfit essentially with Milner. So
Oh my god.
Milner, yeah. So they had that all in the case cabinet as well. So that was pretty cool. I was just like, okay, so you got that. And then behind closed doors, they showed gameplay, which apparently you couldn't play the gameplay.
Yeah,
But-
but somebody was live playing it though. The Square Crystal Dynamics and played it. So it wasn't pre-recorded. It was someone actually live
Somebody
playing
else, yeah, somebody else was live playing it, so you could not play it essentially. And like they were saying it's different to what we saw on the live stream. So there was a little bit of differences that they noticed in the live gameplay compared to the live stream that we saw. So I was just like, okay.
Yeah, but they confirmed though that the snippets are actual gameplay.
Yeah, the snippets are the actual gameplay, but it's different to what we saw in the live stream, though, in the Square Enix live stream. So, but of course, I know, like you said, we did see a lot of people complain and moan, "Oh, it's not in the MCU. Oh, the Captain America suit doesn't look this right." The one face rig I actually didn't like was Thor's face rig. Just the face rig, like it just didn't look right. Everything else looks cool. Like everything else, don't get me wrong. Captain America looks cool.
Don't you agree? Like people were saying Tony didn't look like Tony, and I thought he looked like Tony Stark.
Dude, he looks like the '90s Tony.
Yeah.
He got
Like-
luscious. He has luxurious hair in that one cutscene after.
Oh yeah, because he's like a bum now.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Yeah.
A bum that has somehow good hair still.
Yeah, he has some
Like-
luxurious hair.
but- Like, here's the thing, right? Everyone was just like, "Oh, Nolan." Like I said, Nolan knows playing Iron Man. It's okay. It's cool, right?
For me, it makes sense because Nolan North plays a lot of characters that are very
Yeah,
Well,
like
some
he's
main
billionaire people. Like he's played
like, well, he plays the arrogant guys like
Yeah.
Nathan Drake. Like he's
and
confident.
he's played, here's the thing, and he's also played the Penguin, who was also rich. Remember that. So you got to remember that, like, and as well, like with Troy Baker playing Bruce Banner, and also his voice for the Hulk, which I thought, pretty nice Hulk voice. I ain't gonna deny that. What really concerns me though is how they're gonna introduce the voiceover, which is now I can confirm is Kamala Khan, which was leaked out as well.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So I don't know how, and apparently the
She
hub.
probably got her powers from the blast.
Yeah, that's.
But my thing is, I don't like Kamala Khan at all.
Like, really? Come on.
I don't like Miss Marvel. I don't like Miss Marvel at all.
Yeah.
Like her character is just trash in the comics, and I'm not a big fan of her.
Like, I feel as if, like, as well, another thing too I want to add to this Avengers thing is the fact that the central hub will be the, what's it called? Not the Avengers thing, not Avengers Tower. What's it called? Helicarrier. Helicarrier. That's the central hub of everything, essentially, which was leaked out. So it's going to be interesting to see where exactly which locations you're allowed to go into, and as well, I'm excited to see how well they'll present this at the next next conference, which will be Gamescom. Because obviously there'll be Gamescom VGAs. I don't see them being at VGAs, but Gamescom, yes, because they need something to show. And then they have like what? When is Gamescom again? October, right?
No, it's in August.
August. So you got September, October, November, December, January, February.
If it's not at Gamescom, it will definitely be at the
VGAs.
award show.
Do you think they'll have PSX?
I think so.
Yeah.
You think they'll have PSX, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're probably going to talk more about the specs of the system. They're not going to show it off. They're probably going to tease it more, and they're probably going to have some games running on it.
So you think the Avengers might be on the PlayStation rights type of thing?
Well, what do you mean by rights? So you talk about if PlayStation's having
Or
marketing rights? Yeah,
Marketing rights?
Yeah, marketing rights.
yeah, they're definitely. I mean, they're having the beta early and some perks, which is probably Spider-Man in the game.
I'm reckoning. Here's what I think as well. The whole Spider-Man thing, I think is true. I think it's no coincidence that in Spider-Man PS4 he states, "Oh, Avengers in the West Coast," and then this game is in the West Coast. It's no coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like,
people were trying to doubt me and say, "Bro, it's not gonna happen." I'm like, I don't know. I think they're making a Marvel Games universe.
Here's another thing too. What's his name? Brian Interhart tried to fib us off as well in interviews. Like he has fibbed off.
I mean, it's his job to do that, though. I don't blame him.
Like, he was just like, oh well, it was like a controversial thing. We did not know that they were gonna do this, so it was just like a little Easter egg for something else, but it wasn't for Avengers.
Brian knew. Brian knew
exactly what he was doing. He knew Avengers was gonna be based around this, so clever guy to him. So smart on him. But the question is, of course, how will Spider-Man be? Are they gonna go for the red and black suit? Sorry, red and blue spandex, or they're gonna go for the red and white?
I don't know. It's gonna be customizable, so I wouldn't.
Because that is a good question, right? You can't deny that. That's a really good question to ask, considering if it's gonna be PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, I think. So.
And on top of that, like the whole,
it's probably gonna be in the game.
Yeah, that's
probably an exclusive skin. I mean, you can change your skins.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be a skin. I think he might, because he's gonna be an actual character for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, you get to create your own team too. So remember that. So like it's up to 5 characters, and not 6. So you won't be like it's not gonna be like the MCU, like where people think, oh, it's gonna be like the MCU. No, it'll be up to 5 characters. So you get to choose your characters wisely. So that's what I would recommend, and it's just an exciting game overall. I just feel as if though that they really rushed it out in 2017. I think they should have waited in last year, and then announced it last year, and then get everyone hyped up for this year.
What?
Like
Avengers?
Yeah, announce it last year, right? The CGI trailer that they did in 2017. Instead of them showing it in 2017, show it in 2018. And then by the time this year's E3, they would have had like some sort of like what they showed between then to now. It would have been perfect. The hype wouldn't be that high then, because the hype has been really high since 2017. So realistically, it's been I think it's been about 5 years. Not 5 years. It's been 4 years in development, I think. And don't forget, the people who are making this game is actually Eidos Montreal, who also worked on the Batman Arkham series.
Well, no, the main team is Crystal, and Eidos is supporting.
Yeah, supporting, but they also worked on Batman Arkham as well, so as a supporting role. So it's a big thing for them to work on another superhero franchise as well. So if this turns out to be true, that it's a gaming universe, I feel as if this is gonna put one over than Batman, and this will definitely put one over than Rocksteady too, which I would like to say as well and put this on record. If Rocksteady does not come out with a Justice League game, it's game over. It is game over essentially, right, for WB and DC. But overall, with Square Enix anyway, I think I'll give this a solid 8 out of 10. Not too shabby, not too bad. I just wish there was more. Like, I wish there was more Avengers to really go a deeper dive into it a little bit. I think just showing a little bit of snippets of gameplay, yeah, it's cool, but like maybe one piece of demo that people could see, at least not publicly, but like behind the scenes. At least you get to play it in public. Behind the scenes, you get to the what's it called? Interviewers, what's it called? Press can get to play it. I wish they'd give that option to the press, but they never did. So I wish that was a thing, but they never did. So, but Jigga, what did you give the press conference, and what are your thoughts overall?
Okay, I like Final Fantasy VII remake. It looks okay. It's closer to Final Fantasy 15, which I actually did like. Dying Light 2, definitely like that. The Dying Light 1 was amazing, and
Yeah,
it
and
looked like it's.
I was gonna say, like, I completely forgot for Xbox, but the main character is infected. So,
I mean, but in the first one, you was infected too, wasn't you?
no, he got infected at the expansion.
No, in Dying Light 1, you start off, you get off, you get bit.
You heal yourself in Dying Light 1, yeah.
No.
You don't really heal yourself. You just slow the progression down.
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot. I don't know what the expansion, because you came full on.
In the expansion, you're the same as in the first one, but then something happens. I'm not gonna spoil it, but something happens, and then
Yeah, I replayed Dying Light 1 this year.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. I can't wait for Dying Light 2.
It's like underrated, I feel.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, other than those two, Dragon Quest Builders look good. I heard somebody said like they played it before and it's really good, but she just said she never beat it. But yeah, I want to play that. Marvel's Avenger, and like it looks okay. I don't like the characters. Like y'all can like them all you want, but I'm going out based off what I'm used to is the movie people, because I've never read a comic book or anything, and I don't like. It was somebody I like. I can't remember who it was, but most of them I know I didn't like. I mean, other than that, it was. They did show Final Fantasy a lot, so I would have to knock off some points for that. But I would give it like a 7, 8.
Okay.
Bless Red.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
7. All right.
Dying Light 2 was awesome.
All right. So now we go into the last press conference and basically what ends E3, even though it's.
Before you start, take a look at Discord DMs.
I saw that.
What?
Discord DMs. Just take a look. It's really funny. IGN just tweeted that out.
Yeah, I saw that. So Nintendo, what did they start off with? Gosh dang. I know they showed some Luigi's Mansion. There was another
list of the games. You could just look up Nintendo E3.
Luigi's Mansion 3. They showed some Pokemon, the gym leader, and people are foul. I'll say that about the gym leader. I'm like, you guys are disgusting. Making art already about the like. It's like, gosh dang, it's a kid's game.
34, bro. You can't stop Rule 34, bro.
Like you make it. No, dude, that's messed up.
No, you just can't.
Like, come on now.
It just happens. That's the internet. It just appears, bro.
It just happens in like legit less than a day.
You will never know the person that made it. It just happens.
Like,
let it happen.
Dang, you guys are just foul. No, these guys are foul. I hope whoever does this and listens to the podcast, you guys are foul.
It happened to Bowser too, even though it don't really exist. Look.
Mind if
But-
I say one thing about Nintendo? I really didn't watch it, so I will not have any opinions on this.
All right. What else happened? Oh, The Witcher 3 on the Switch. That was I got hyped, but because I was right. But then I was like, gosh dang, this
Why would
doesn't
you
look
want
that
to be
great.
right about that? Why?
Huh?
Why would you want to be right about that? Speaking
Dude,
of that, look
I
at the
knew it was
Discord.
happening.
Somebody put
Like that
Biden-
shit
No, I
was
definitely want
Discord.
because I hate Nintendo fans.
Oh man.
They don't even want to play that game. I don't know
They're
what type
losers.
of
That
Nintendo
game
fan
is
would want to
lit.
even play that game. It's
Because
not
they're
their
I
losers. That
remember
game is
people
lit. 'Cause they wanna play.
there was some slander for Witcher 3 from Nintendo fans, and they said like that Breath of the Wild is better than
Well, they are
than
fucking
Witcher
drunk.
3, which I'm like, you guys are get out of here.
They are
Get out
fucking
of here.
drunk.
Some bullshit. What else? It looked bad. I don't know how it's gonna run. There were some parts where like the water looks good. Then there was like you see his hair and it just looks disgusting.
He has no
Yeah.
textures on his main like shirt.
Yeah.
I've already seen like a comparison between the trailers for PS4 and
Yeah, I did too. So I was like, wow, this looks kind of bad.
It has no foliage either.
I just want to see like how it runs. That's what I want to see. Like, is it gonna be like stable? Oh, supposedly when handheld mode is gonna be 540p. Yeah.
Probably no particle effects at all.
Yeah, no part. Definitely not, dude.
That game
More
is very
Kombat didn't even have
heavy.
particle effects on the Switch. Like, gosh dang. But what
I
else?
just, oh man. No, you go ahead. You
Okay.
finish.
About that later.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. They showed some more story. I'm already sold on the game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm sold on that. They showed more of that. I've been sold. You saw Ghost Rider and Electra. Electra got me really hyped. Love Electra. What else? Supposedly I missed this because I was getting hyped. There's going to be expansion on like I think the Defenders and the Knights, Marvel Knights, which are like the Blade and all these other characters. Maybe Moon Knight. Moon Knight I think is part of that, and X-Men. So there's that. So the expansion is going to be regarding those things. What else happened on the Switch? Oh, No More Heroes 3 got me really hyped for that. Like that's going to be really good. Everyone's been asking for that instead of that. I don't want to say bad game. Not the No More Heroes game we wanted. What else happened for Switch? Animal Crossing got delayed. And trying to think. Astral Chain showed a trailer. It looked dope. Getting it day one.
Yeah, Astral Chain looks fire.
And I said they showed more Pokemon. And yeah, Breath of the Wild sequel is happening. Same textures, it looks like, and the same open world, but it's going to be a different Hyrule. So
They better.
it looks like Ganondorf. It looks like Ganondorf. Someone's saying it's not. Somebody else. I don't know if that's true. To me, it looks like Ganondorf. Like his actual like form, like his body. Because I'm pretty sure in Breath of the Wild, didn't we face like his spirit or something like that?
I don't know. It was just a different form of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe his like he'll become human again or something like that. But I got hyped for it because I'm hoping that they're going to have a better story this time around, and they learn about that feedback. And I heard reports like saying that it wants to be more like Red Dead, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If they're trying to have a better story, if it gives me a Red Dead story, then I'm fine.
More like Red Dead.
Or if he tries to give me Red Dead gameplay, then we're gonna have some problems. But if you try to have a story like Red Dead, then I'm fine with it because the story in Breath of the Wild isn't that great. But overall, I think for me, Nintendo had. Oh yeah, also Banjo Kazooie. That was like, gosh dang,
Smash.
That's crazy in Smash. And
that was leaked though, like an Xbox character coming to.
Yeah, but that was crazy because Xbox doesn't use that character, but Switch gets to. Like that's insane.
They don't give a fuck about him anymore.
Yeah. What else happened? And Dragon Quest is still like Switch is getting the definitive edition of Dragon Quest, like the music, expanded story, and a lot of other things like different riding creatures and all that. That's crazy.
Trash. Fuck that game.
It's surprised like PC and PlayStation don't get the definitive edition. Like they legit have it in their title, definitive edition. That's like an insult.
It's definitive trash though. So I mean,
I don't know, dude. I might get it.
Get it? It's the most basic ass JRPG there is.
Oh man.
I blast.
I think that's it. Oh yeah, Resident Evil games. Resident Evil 0, not 0. Resident Evil 1, 5, and 6. 5 and 6 are just trash.
You said it right.
And 1's good.
5 and 6.
But I feel like the ports are not gonna run well because Capcom's like Resident Evil 4 supposedly doesn't run that well on the Switch.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I know somebody that plays it.
So yeah, I would not be surprised if these don't run well either.
They fucking should have run fine. I mean, it's PS3 hardware.
Bruh, Resident Evil 4 was PS2.
I know. And
GameCube.
They didn't know how to optimize it correctly. But I'm just saying, it should run well.
It should, but I ain't going to. What else? That's it. Yeah, that was like the big major announcements. For me, I think
Zelda got a Link Awakening, got a release.
Oh, yeah, release date. Coming out this year. Is it September? Yeah, I think it's September.
Mario Maker 2, No More Heroes. Daemon X Machina.
Oh, Daemon X Machina. Supposedly it's not that great, though. From what people
release date.
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's it.
I should have tried out the demo.
Score?
Score for me, I think it's the best. I give it an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Jigga?
I'm gonna have to give it like a 3.
Gosh dang!
None of them games are for me. Like,
none of them.
What about No More Heroes 3?
I never played a No More Heroes game, so.
Oh man. Astral Chain?
It looks okay, but it's still like I'm not sold on it.
Gosh dang. Damn, is there not one game you liked?
I would think Astral Chain would be like the closest.
Maybe Luigi's Mansion, like that looks alright.
What about
Damn,
Ultimate
you think
Alliance
Luigi's
3?
Mansion over Astral Chain? That's OD.
And Breath of the Wild, I still haven't beat Breath of the Wild, so no. Like, and I played the best version of that game, so yeah. No.
The best version. Well, what's the best version, Joe?
You know what the best version is.
I don't know, Jigga, tell me.
Look, if Breath of the Wild 2 coming to Simu, I'm lit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What about you, Bless Red?
He said
it's an 8, but I mean, I'm not gonna play him. I think it's the best conference because of what they provided. But I'm not playing most of these games. I'm not playing Animal Crossing ever.
I might because to see what this hype is about for Animal Crossing.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? But that's coming out in a year where it's a packed year, and
You're gonna be broke
as fuck,
dude. I am, bro. I have Final Fantasy Collector's Edition.
Nintendo game, bro. Fuck out of here.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake Collector's Edition and a Collector's Edition for Cyberpunk that year.
Wait. You're paying 200 and something bucks for Cyberpunk Collector's Edition?
Yeah, you know how much Final Fantasy 7 Remake Collector's Edition?
Yeah, that was like 300, right?
350. No, 320. Sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking
kidding
me, mate?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you. I'm actually getting it.
No. The price for
the price is really that.
Yeah, and that's just for the first game too.
I'm not gonna lie.
The collector's edition for the second part.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like you have to be real. Like you saw the statue for Cloud looks actually better to me than the Cyberpunk version of the statue.
It looks broken. It looks fucking busted. But,
so I think that's it, right?
That is really it. Stadia, real quick tidbit because they had one.
Boring.
It was boring. Could care less.
It was in the news.
Also, it
was in the news, the UK news saying it was in the news because it was a ripoff.
Y'all just gonna cut me off? I wasn't done with my fucking.
Oh, you didn't? Keep going, man.
Go ahead.
Wow, y'all petty,
Y'all
dog.
really just cut me off. That's
My
twice
bad.
now. I didn't say anything the first time, but y'all got it. All right. New Super Lucky's Tale. What the fuck? Why is that there? Wolfenstein Youngblood. That's just gonna be under 30 FPS. What else? The trial. They brought some Trials of Mana. They got some Mana games. I fucks with that. Good JRPGs. Dead by Daylight. I don't know why the fuck that's on the console. Last Remnant
Three.
Remastered. Sounds good. Hollow Knight Silk Song. I can't wait for fucking Hollow Knight 2. I think it's gonna be exclusive to the Switch on release, or maybe Switch and PC. But Hollow Knight 2 is gonna be godlike. The game is awesome. I might get Daemon X Machina. We'll have to see about that. Fire Emblems is cool. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is Shack Sleep. I don't like Minecraft games. Bro, we have to talk about this Witcher 3 port. Like, how we gotta talk about that.
Well, let me just put it like this, right? It's a 32 gigabyte, we just heard about.
Yeah, so it's less than, like, a lot less than PS4 and PC and Xbox's version. And this is the complete edition. This is actually like
Witcher
all the
1.
DLCs and
Yeah,
all that. So
Like,
I'm surprised that they did that shit.
that compression must be insane. 32
Yep.
gigabytes. I thought it wouldn't, like, couldn't even be done.
I thought it would be like downloaded to it and stuff, but no, it's the whole
Yeah.
thing in.
It's, yeah. It's just
They
crazy.
work some Polish magic, dude. Like some voodoo something. I don't know, man.
Like,
I don't
yeah,
know, man.
I don't know what to say except for the fact that WB screwed up
WB. How did
Yeah.
WB screw up?
What you talking about?
because they're the one who publishing it.
Well, they're not published. They're distributor.
Yeah, but sorry, distributor. They're the
Yeah,
one who
they-
distributing it. They're
The
screwed up.
people that publish is actually CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, they make all their shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why CD Projekt Red is thinking.
They want more money.
That's a great
I need
question.
that.
Greedy guts.
Who's gonna buy Who is gonna buy that? I
Baron.
want to see the numbers for
Baron.
one person, one human being. They made an entire report for one human being.
Yep.
Bro,
Baron, dude. Baron was like damage controlling hard for that game. Now he loves the game, dude. Somehow he loves it. Before he trashed on it.
trash on
Zelda
it.
was
Zelda's better.
Now he's like, oh man, this is amazing, man. I don't know what I was talking about before.
You see the picture that's in the Discord? This is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I sent you.
No, in the Press Start Discord.
Yeah.
That's probably how it's gonna look. Maybe a little bit better than that shit. I mean, you'll be able to see the roads better detailed, but there's gonna be no foliage. Like, there's no foliage on that fucking trailer.
Here's what I'll ask you guys the question, because seeming as you guys watched the Nintendo press conference, do you believe then that this conference, not this conference, this game will outsell the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One edition?
No.
Hell no! What the fuck? What?
No.
I just said it would not sell at all.
Okay.
There's no way.
We'll see.
there's no way
We'll see
possible.
if Switch people will actually support, though. If they don't support,
I highly fucking doubt it.
and there's
Okay,
going to be a big issue with them because it's going to show CD Projekt Red like they spent all their time
On the Witcher port, then the CT.
I don't think they did it. I heard somebody else did it.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Are you sure?
Maybe. It might have been like Panic Button or some shit. They love doing Switch ports, like just doing the trash Switch ports with like Doom and Wolfenstein and shit. Whatever.
You know what that sign means, right? That sign means it's dumb. So I think that pretty much sums up our E3 review, guys.
Yeah. Before we go, let's talk about City real quick. For the people that are interested in streaming, supposedly base version doesn't come out this year. It comes out next year. So it's like the free version where you get 1080p 60 frames per second and other things like that. And you have to purchase games $60. Then you get the pro version. The $10 a month, you get some free games, but there will be other games that you have to pay $60 for. The $10 is the Pro version, and you get 4K 60 frames per second. So yeah, you're gonna get gift versions if you get the base version
You don't pay.
account, which means you have to pay $10 a month to get your because those AAA games, like let's say Cyberpunk, like they're gonna make you pay $60 along with the $10 a month you're paying. That's crazy. That's $120 a month, and by 3 or 4 months, you're already at a how much a console costs. And by like the second or third month, when a second or third year when a console comes out, you already paid it off basically, and or the consoles got cheaper, and you're spending way more money than necessary.
Here's what I'll say about Stadia, because I've seen this on the news. Because I think, so I watched the press conference, wasn't really interested. When I heard about the news, it was just straight up. People were saying it was a rip off. Stadia, Google, I should say, are ripping off the customers straight up, blatantly. They didn't want to tell you guys this, but they are.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you have to pay for a certain amount just to get the controller. And if you don't have like a HD TV that supports Google Chromecast, then you're screwed regardless. So,
and controller $70.
It
And a
sounds,
controller.
it sounds like a Nintendo Switch situation, but times 2.
Yeah, essentially that's what it is.
Get the Pro controller. Gotta get the micro SD card. You gotta get fucking the screen protector. Gotta get every $60 game.
Here's the really kicker thing though. The kicker thing about this is that you have to pay the $60 for the full game.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
it's cursed.
Which is just absurd. Like, if you're gonna make this thing and you tell people, okay, it's 100 and something bucks, the game should be absolutely free. If it's like a streaming thing, you should make it free. People shouldn't have to pay for the games. So that's my honest take on that. If they decide to listen to our opinions, then great. If they don't, and they say, okay, we're gonna keep on doing this, they're gonna lose fans. The customers are gonna be. I mean, Greg Miller's already tried it out, and he's already said, "Oh, I'm going to get it," but he's already stated that the TV didn't look so great, the one they put on.
Yeah, he's a Stadia fan for some reason. I don't know why.
It's gonna be fucking cursed. People are going insane about their data caps and whatever, because it's like,
you know what?
You run through a terabyte of data within like 70 hours of gameplay at 4K.
So it's not worth it. Like, for me, it's not worth it. And another thing too, so like the newer games like Avengers, which is gonna be on Stadia, is just like, are you crazy? You could have put it on Switch, but I guess the reason why they didn't put it on Switch, but
what do you mean put it on Switch?
So like, some of the big games won't be on some of the big games are gonna be on Stadia. Avengers won't be. Avengers is gonna be on Stadia, and PC and Xbox and PlayStation. They won't be on Switch, which is confirmation. Yeah, go on. Marvel's Avengers, it's not going to be on Switch. It's only going to be on.
Oh, that should be obvious. It's weak as fuck. Wait, what are you trying to say?
So what I'm trying to say is that because they put it on Stadia, this will actually get some Switch fans pissed off.
Why?
Because they're into this. There are some hardcore fans are like that. They're like, oh, we want the Avengers on the Switch.
If you only have a Switch as your gaming device, you're doing gaming wrong. Like that, the Switch is only good as a secondary device. Like
I agree.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's just some fans, not all fans. It's just some fans are like that, man. Like, but regardless, though, I think Stadia should really look at their marketing again and come back to us, because they really have done poorly since they announced it. Really poorly. So I would give this press conference a 0 out of 10.
I'll give it a 2 because the game that they showed at least looked good. That one game that's exclusive.
Right. What about you?
For Stadia, shit. 2.
Jigga?
I'm with it. I don't care. I don't care. So,
he doesn't like Stadia. He doesn't like the streaming future.
Okay, so he's leaving it as zero as well.
If they go and get better internet everywhere, I will be happy. But my internet's still trash, and it's like
and the data cap, dude.
them data caps will kill me. So no, I'm
Did you
good.
see like the test for 4K 60 and shit like that? Like
Yeah,
a
that shit
terabyte?
was like it was like a no, I thought it was like a gig a minute or something.
Something
A
like
gig,
that.
it was something expensive.
That was like
Like,
60 hours is a terabyte.
Yeah, 60 hours is a terabyte, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
bro, that's ridiculous, bro. Can't nobody afford that. Well, I can't say can't nobody. Some people can, but
Some
we
people-
shouldn't be have to do that, bro. Like it's ridiculous.
That's what Stadia shit. Anyway, I think yeah, go on.
I think it's funny that the Stadia probably has more third-party support than the Switch, though. I think that's funny. More third-party games, especially newer third-party games.
But I think that's pretty much sums up our E3 review, including Stadia, which is still shit. We're gonna do our outro now. So, Blessed Red, where can they find you, social media wise?
I don't tweet shit, but you can find my
but
stream.
yeah, Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, you can find my stream. No, I stream now. Blessed Red. One word, and YouTube Blessed Red, 2 words.
Okay, Jigga.
You know where y'all can catch me out on Twitch.tv/JigApril.
Yeah, check out check out Blessed Red. They do some good stuff.
Right.
I gotta say, Redhead, you didn't link me correctly.
No, he did.
Yeah, I clicked on it. No, I clicked on it and went somewhere else.
Yeah.
No. For me, it's fine. Because I refreshed it.
When I click on it, it goes to some weird channel.
You definitely linked my my email, not my.
Was it the email? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No, my name is Blessed Red. Yeah, it was. That's what I put it in the Google Hangouts. I was trying to get your attention, but I just never got their attention.
You gave a user.
Okay, post that again to me because I swear, like last time it worked for me. That's weird.
Yeah, that one not working.
Because last time it worked. Just send it to me again. Yeah.
It's my channel.
Yeah.
Oh man, Red Hood really don't fuck with us, dog.
I do. What the fuck?
Trying to get people to go to wrong channels, dog. Man.
Let me fix it now on the live stream just so people can see that. And there we go. Fixed it. Should work now.
Let me refresh. I'll check it. Yep, fixed.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, cool. So you can find this channel, okay, and your Twitch. Okay, Jigga.
I already went.
You already want to go to Teladia?
All right. So you can find me on Twitter, which is at Teladia Plays, on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I'll be live streaming Friday. We'll be doing a 5-hour stream. We'll be doing some Rainbow Six Siege, and we'll be doing some Xenoverse 2 over the weekend alongside some Injustice. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's podcast. Make sure you leave a like. Give us your thoughts and opinions on E3 press conferences and E3 as a whole in the comment section below. Let us know what your favorite thoughts, your favorite games that they showed and all of that. Make sure you leave your comments down below. And also make sure you leave a like and subscribe to Red Hood's channel, which would be very much appreciated. And also leave the notification bell on, so every time when he posts a video, you'll be the first one to know. And on that note, I'll leave it to Red Hood and where you can find him.
Yeah, so make sure to subscribe, like you said, be making more content. I was gonna do my Men in Black review because I saw it yesterday. I wanted to do it first, but I was lazy last night and today, like lazy again, and I was doing other shit, applying for summer jobs. But yeah, Men in Black overall trash. And you can follow me on Twitch. I'll probably stream tomorrow at Red Hood 420. Probably either stream Metro Exodus or some other game. Maybe Shadow the Tomb Raider. And follow me on Twitter at Red Hood 240. So this has been a E3 special episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. And this is the Overleveled podcast. Signing off.
See you guys later.